Y'all not gonna believe this. Guess what? Guess what? I'm now live on my boxing channel right now in real time. Wait. Oh, wait, no, I'm crying real tears, bro. I'm crying real tears. Oh, this is so entertaining. Wait a minute.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Oh my God. Oh. Y'all need to get Miguel under control, bruh. Y'all need to get Miguel under control. Why can't you get Miguel under control? Why can't you do that? He's going to get you knuckle draggers in trouble. What is wrong with y'all? Real shit. Why can't y'all get Miguel under control? Don't you know he just screwed you? You know what y'all do? I'm going to explain in detail exactly what happened. I'm going to give you a detailed history in reference to what happened from start to up until current. I'm going to give you a detailed history of what we as a collective have been dealing with. All of us. Me, the general, especially Stormy. Documentation beats conversation. And they can't do anything. In everything that I said yesterday, the responses were, you're right. Yo, wait, hold on. You're right. Hold on. Can I put you on hold for 5 minutes? I need to get a supervisor. If you take me off the air and don't give me a strike and don't give me a warning and say to me, we understand that you may not have known. Okay. So send me an email. You're great at that. And by the way, the live stayed up on my other 2 channels. If your AI system is designed to catch things like that, why didn't you do it? Everything should have been taken. Man, listen. Hey, man.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
These guys micromanage everything. Inconsistently. So we in this thing. Anyway. Boxing, please. Eric Jordan in that super chat. He says Miguel was trying to clap, but he got KO'd by the what? The almighty ninja sword.
Give power to my nigga sword!
Oh, man. Anyway. Let's talk about Tank. Now, there's 4 types of Tank fans. I'm addressing every one of them this morning. There are females. There are pillow biters. There are males, and then there's Mag 7. 4 types. All of them are low IQ. They may talk a lot, but they're not saying anything. Whether you forgive them or not is entirely up to you. But I want to discuss why he hates all of you. Why does he hate every last one of you? Do you know why? Because Tank hates himself. You understand? And I'm being serious when I say this. There's going to be a lot of jokes this morning, but you know what makes a joke funny? When there's an element of truth behind it. Yeah, ATX, it's ridiculous, but he exists. Everyone at some point, well, you know, I don't know how y'all grew up, but few times in my life, you have met the super promiscuous girl. Some of them you've met as early as elementary school. It's like, why is she running around? I'm trying to play G.I. Joe and freeze tag. Remember freeze tag? I'm trying to run around and be a little boy. And Irma want to run around and grab everyone's penis. You know, back when girls were disgusting, you're in 3rd grade. You're trying to play G.I. Joe. And you playing, you know, cowboys and Indians, if y'all still, that's how old I am. You know, and you're trying to do that. And Irma is running around trying to grab your cock. And you're like, ew, get away from me. What are you doing? Stop touching me. The roles change when by the time you get to like junior high school, you start going through puberty and stuff like that. But it's like, whoa. You look back and you're like, what the hell was wrong with her? I literally know someone that I've known since kindergarten. She was like that in elementary school. She was like that in junior high school. She was like that in high school, right? We all went to different colleges, but we all connected, you know, later in life. You know, we're all in a friendly situation. Everyone that came up together and, you know, host bar, we just asked them, man, why would you like that? And then you find out some things. She had an older sister that was promiscuous, so she was around it all the time. Her mom had a revolving door. You know, her father, she never knew him. Her older sister was her half sister. I think she had 2 older sisters. I never met the other one. But she grew up in a messed up household. Come to find out, I mean, she wasn't dirty or whatever. She was well kept. But the thing she was exposed to as a child, you shouldn't have to see that. And she, you know, reflected what was going on in her household. Her mom had a lot of boyfriends. Her sister had a lot of boyfriends. So when she came up, guess what? She had a lot of boyfriends. And it wasn't until she got a little older and ran into, she didn't get specific about what kind of trouble she ran into, but she had to get to therapy and realize what was going on. And she had to learn to what? Love herself. But meanwhile, fellas, we don't know when we're trying to get in a relationship with that pretty girl, but you don't know that mentally she's messed up. But she don't know she's messed up because it's normalized in her household to be promiscuous. It's normalized. Main biker in that super chat, much love. He says self-hate is tattoos of apes, which pink people call you. Brother, yes. It's called self-mutilation. Sometimes it's in the form of tattoos. And I'm not saying everyone that get tattoos hates themselves. I'm not saying that. It is art. Some of the tattoos that I see the brothers rock is dope when it means something. But this dude got tattoos of apes on himself. And I don't care if it's some sort of gang. Why are you representing a gang? A gang. That's what brothers was telling me. Oh no, there's some gang. Okay, so you got gang activity tattooed on your body. That makes sense. My brother ATL Nenim is boxing. My brother. I'm proud of that brother right there. Because he came into the boxing community and he just wanted to build his channel and talk boxing. And I told the brother, hey man, I'm no expert, but I can tell you what worked for me and whatever you need. And we had a good relationship ever since, man. Salute to ATL Unanimous Boxing. Go subscribe to my brother, man. He talks about the sport. He's a real Brian Norman Jr. fan. A real one. A real one. ATL Unanimous Boxing, Coach Eddie, Tay Jones, real fans. They don't abandon ship like the rest of these clowns. Go subscribe to my brother right there. Salute to you, brother. Good to see you. Always good to see you. So it's either tattoos. Back in my day, you know what the girls used to do when they had problems? They cut themselves. I'm sure y'all have heard of that. And I'm only talking about the females because I've never known I've heard of it, but I personally never heard of a man that self-hated himself so much that he mutilated himself. Then there was Dennis Rodman. All of those tattoos and funky hair, whatever. The dude had, he had problems. He had problems. So that's one guy that I do know of. So I look at Tank, and I had to put boxing aside for a minute, and I have to ask, well, what's with this kid? What's with this kid? What's with this kid? He needs an intervention. He needs an intervention. He really did. And when you're around dudes that did good by making sure you wasn't in the street, but I keep hearing that the dudes around him are real gangsters. That's not cool, because they failed at teaching him how to be a man with integrity. Do you know why? Looking at how he's behaving, do you think they did a good job in raising him? Do they want to take credit for him assaulting women and getting into car accidents and running from the scene? Do they want to take credit for that? Think about what I'm asking. And I'm being, what? Is that unreasonable? If you raised your child the best of your abilities, you worked hard, you didn't have a revolving door of women, if you're a single father, whatever, if two-parent household and mom worked, you put the kids through school, you're a man of integrity, she's a woman of integrity, and for no reason your child decides to make a decision out in the street and he or she is now looking at some time in prison. That's embarrassing. It's like, yo, I didn't raise this kid to do this. Why'd he do that? You know why? Because he made a decision. And he saw value somewhere in the street where, he thought your parents y'all are boring and y'all are corny. He chose a street life. I have a couple of friends that did that. Where I grew up, I didn't grow up in a hood. The two friends that I know that got serious jail time, they had no business doing what they did. It was a choice. They made a choice. It's like, oh, well, okay, well. And their parents were embarrassed. Like, well, we didn't raise them like that. Of course you didn't. I didn't grow up in a place where there was crackheads everywhere. I didn't. We lived on the other side of the Bronx. Contrary to popular belief, the bad parts that y'all all see on TV or whatever, that was the old South. The South Bronx don't even look like that anymore. It's gentrified. They still have some areas where you got to be careful, but it's gentrified. But the old South Bronx, nah, I lived in the Northeast, man. Get it right. Get it right. I don't celebrate ignorance. I don't. I wasn't raised like that. I don't. So when cats tell me, hey man, Tank, he from the hood, he from the trenches. No, he is not. He was kept out of that. But why are you waiting till you touch $1 million to start getting caught up in street shit? Why would you wait? So where was this kid's intervention? Where was it? That's why I look at the dudes that raised him. Coach Kenny, Coach Allen, Coach Callen, everybody else. I'm like, wait a minute. Where was y'all? That was the real coaching. Outside of the ring, the kid is already talented. Y'all got that. Brothers UK, salute. Out of Wally M. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. That was where the real coaching was supposed to take place. And I said that when he was caught on video yanking that shorty out the basketball game. I'm like, yo, he don't know not to do that. And you're the prize, dude. You're the millionaire. You're the fighter. People love you. They don't even know who the hell that girl is. If she getting on your nerve, snap your fingers, get up, get you to security, and walk out and leave her ass there. Make her take an Uber to where you at. What you grabbing on her for? You're the prize, stupid. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with this kid? Who's raising this kid? How many times you heard me say that? Who's raising these kids? Who's raising these kids? He's in a tax bracket where the women should be coming to him. And whatever woman you choose, what are you putting your hands on her for? What? Just cut her a check for $1 million, why don't you? Just do that. And where was his OGs telling him, yo, you ain't got to do that? What is wrong with you? Don't do that. So I'm looking at them like, bro, what's going on? I have questions. Now, it may be that they did tell him, yo, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing that. And it may be, they may be on, hey, man, we told him not to do that. He's doing it anyway. Like I just gave you the example of, the young lady making a choice. Your child making a choice. You know not to do it, but you did it anyway. But I honestly think that this kid has a problem. No, I know he has a problem. I just watched a bit of the general's video this morning. Now he told me he's gonna pull up on Mason Cameron. Bad idea. I'm not even gonna go there. Bad idea. Because at the end of the day, you're 5'5", and there's no referees in the street. Don't get on no street shit, Tank. First of all, he's talking. He's never gonna do what he says. But in the event you grow a set and you try and do that, it's not going to work out for you. It's not. So cut it out. But he talk a lot. I'm going to slap Tiafima when I see him. I'm going to slap Devin when I see him. Now I'm going to slap Cameron when I see him. Nobody's gotten slapped. You're not doing anything. I would say just train for your next fight. We don't even know what the hell that is. Wake up and smell the failure. All right? This kid is trash. Insane. Salute. I fixed the problem. Insane. I fixed him. If you're just pulling up, I fixed him. All I ever said was get this kid some help before he deletes himself. And I'm talking about career-wise. And for all I know, he might be a suicidal. For all I know. For all I know, he might be suicidal. Nothing makes sense. But I want to talk about his fanatics. Y'all need an intervention. Y'all running behind this kid. I'm telling you, I just laid the groundwork. This kid got demons. This kid got problems. This kid needs therapy. He said he wanted to get therapy. He said that. You don't believe me? Let me. I'll play it for you.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry. You know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
He meant that. He got 2 girls, but he's running around strong-arming girls. He got 2 girls, but he's running up in the club beating up on a woman. He got 2 girls, but he got into a car accident. And I know he saw that was a woman driving that car. And instead of calling 911, he left the scene. Now, I heard some things about that accident. I heard that he thought that somebody was trying to take his life. He crashed his car and ran from the scene. That's what I heard. I can't confirm any of that. I don't know. And based off of his history, do you think he knows how to choose a proper woman? Fellas, let me give you some advice. And if you have children, give them this advice. Find a woman that'll be an excellent mother to your seeds, not a woman that is just good on your arm. Okay? That's some advice I'll give you. When you're choosing a woman, she has to meet the criteria of being an excellent mother. She has to be more than just an arm piece. Okay? You dating a chick and she says, oh no, I don't want kids. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. Those women are selfish. And those be the women that if you're doing well for yourself, you knock them up, they keep the kid out of business. And there'll be a thorn in your side for the next 21 years. Not 18, 21. You don't want that. Anyway. This dude has made the worst decisions. He's all over the place. He's blown paydays. All right? And you clowns love him. And I'm calling his fanatics clowns because that's at this point, at this current junction, that's who y'all are. Y'all are clowns. This dude hates you. Have y'all seen the tweets? This is a real tweet that I screenshot. All dude said was the game is trash without you. The game miss you, broski. This shit is so bunk now. His response, F y'all. Had to alter the F-bomb up there. That's what that kid is probably paid for your pay-per-view. For all I know, he's probably attended your fights. He probably defends you online unconditionally. And that's how you talk to them? Run my fade, youngin'. That's how you respond to him? And he wasn't the only one. There was a bunch of dudes on there. He done cussed out. Freedom's March, salute. All around strong, my brother, salute. 88, I see you. That's how you talk. I mean, think about that. Did Errol ever talk to his fanatics like that? Now, I don't even call Errol's Spence's people that. Does Errol talk to his supporters like that? I mean, I've seen some, and look, there's no other way to say it. I've seen some weird Bud Crawford fans. But Bud don't do this. Bernie don't do this. Now, when you attack, like Bernie, you attack him, he's going to flip. But Bernie would never respond to somebody like this when they say, hey, man, yo, Bernie, yo, what's next for Bud, man? We miss him. He wouldn't do this. What are we talking about? What is this? Can anyone explain this? Tito smiles in that super chat salute. He says, I lost a homie over a woman. He skipped work to go see a woman in a car crash and died on the way back. Oh, man, bro. So many things to say about that, man. Well, first of all, rest in power to your homie. What I've told the youngsters in my family is choose your bank account over a woman. The woman's going to be there. Choose your bank account over a woman. The woman's going to be there. And not to sound, morbid or nothing, but had he had stayed at work, more than likely that wouldn't have happened. I got, just as a personal question, did she go to the funeral? There's a lot of variables with that. I don't want to add to the story, but did she go to the funeral at least? Or was this a side chick that, he wasn't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, oh man, that's a shame to hear, brother. I'm so sorry, bro. Prayers up to your homie, man. That's that right there, what you're reading right there, family. That's the worst case scenario right there. That's the worst case scenario. The worst case. Damn, man. Sorry to hear that. Oh, come on, bro. He had just met her? Ah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we have, as a collective, we got to make better decisions. We just have to make better decisions, man. You know, I'm sorry that happened to him. You know, nobody means to get into a car accident. You know, but if the brother had just stayed at work, brothers, we can't chase tail. I told y'all some of the stories, how I almost gotten killed fucking around in Brooklyn in ungodly hours, no car. I'm on the trains in the 90s in New York City. What was I doing? I told y'all that story. I left Shorty house, fell asleep, left her house at 2 a.m. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. No. And the same niggas that were outside 5 p.m. in the summertime in front of her building, it was double the amount at 2 a.m. Might have been earlier than that. Boy, they chased me all the way to the train. Man, I hopped that turnstile. I don't know. I've never been so happy to see a police officer in my life. That dude tackled me, slammed me against the gate. I'm tired of you guys hopping the train. I said, they chasing me. He looked down the steps. They were running up there like, remember World War Z? They looked like that. There was like 30 of them. Boom, 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 boom. He pulled out his gun. They're like, all right, big nigga, don't bring your ass back here, man. Don't bring it. He was like, what did you do? I said, nothing. I'm just trying to go home. He said, get on that train and don't come back here. Oh my God. He didn't have enough ammunition to stop what was coming up them steps. They just stopped. And that was the end of that. I had no business being all the way in Coney Island by myself, leaving there at like 2 or 3 in the morning. I had no business doing that. But Shorty had a fat ass. You see? I could have gotten killed. See? Chasing tail. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, okay, Drew. Oh, okay, Des. All right. I didn't know. People were telling me different things. Okay, this right here. Now, I'd had a premiere this morning. Now, I didn't know. Some people were telling me he was talking to Isak Cruz's daughter. But in the premiere, I said, I don't know who that was for. It may have been Isak Cruz. It may have been someone else. I didn't know. I don't know. But I did say in the premiere, that if it was Isak Cruz, he's in a position of power. And what he needs to do at this point is ignore Tank. And I hope he does ignore him regardless, because he's trying to fight him. But that's the word. He's trying to fight him. Strange. You want to fight this guy coming off of a draw. Well, the guy that he fought is a guy that you just had a draw with, and everybody wants to see that rematch. Go do that. Go do that. But he was talking to Ray Jackson. Did y'all see that tweet? Let me see if I have it up here. That. Y'all saw that? Can I ask y'all a question? K-Ross, salute. Can I ask y'all a question? Now, this was directed at Ray Jackson. Thank you for letting me know. Derek Gaines, salute, brother. Let me ask y'all a question. As a man, I don't care who the fuck it is. If somebody, I don't care if he's the biggest rock star in the world, if someone tells you that, what type of time are you on? I know me personally, I'm going to have to try really hard not to go to prison. Steve L, my brother. Yeah, bro, I'm going to try really hard. You know, I ain't going to do nothing stupid like hop on a plane and go somewhere and be like, yo, no. But I will be stupid if he, well, you know what? Let me not say that. I have to try really hard. If he ends up anywhere in NYC, not to go where he is. And be on some say that shit to my face without your bodyguards around. Little nigga. Because you would be a popped Smurf. Not a popper, you'd be a popped Smurf. I will end your career. With a punch. With a punch, an empty hand. A punch. Because you's a little nigga. And why you talking so tough, nigga? What the fuck? What are you doing? 135 pounds. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I stand on it. There's still a spirit looking over this kid trying to save him. Because I'm telling you that Jake Paul fight was finna go left. Jake was going to break whatever deal he thought they had and try and hurt this guy. I told y'all I didn't like that. But don't listen to me. So there's still a spirit looking after him, and he's so stupid that he can't even count his own goddamn blessings. Now, what the fuck makes him say that to another man's daughter? About another man's daughter? Dez, I understand that, but if he was in New York, bodyguards ain't gonna help him. I can get like that. I promise you. It'd be an entire issue for him. His bodyguards would have to work. You're in my city. But anyway, he wasn't talking to me. He was talking to Ray Jackson. Moneybag says it's just words. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Matter of fact, let me highlight that. It's just words. Absolutely. Not a salute. It is just words. That's great. 100%. This is a multi-millionaire boxer, right? It's just words. Right. Tank fans, you see that? Let me prove Moneybags correct. Let me prove the brother correct. Seven-fight deal. It's just words. More money than Floyd Mayweather has seen in his career. It's just words. Who you gonna fight next? Who's on the list? Do you have a list? Devin Haney, yup. Ryan Garcia, yup. Shakur Stevenson, yup. It's just words. I'm gonna slap Devin when I see him. And then when he saw him, it's just words. We fighting in Houston, baby. Who we fighting? We fighting Devin in Houston. We fighting Teofimo in Houston. We fighting Shakur in Houston. Nope, we fighting Lamont Roach. What? Who's that? The guy from 130 that lost to Jamel Herman? We fighting him? Fuck it. I'm a Tank fan. I want to see him knock somebody out. We fighting in Houston. I'm like, man, that guy wasn't even on the list. And what did his fans tell us? Man, shut up, man. Leave the boy alone. Let him eat. Let him make his money. He's from the DMV. They know each other. He's getting his man paid. Meanwhile, the bearded lady, Boxing Ego, and the rest of the peanut gallery, they said that Tank is not trying to be friends with anyone in or around his weight division, which is why they respect him so much. Remember they said that? But y'all want us to leave him alone because he's from the DMV. And we left him alone. LeBron, salute. Rashad, what up? We left him alone, right? The fight was supposed to happen in Houston, Texas, right? What happened? It's just words. Tank gonna knock out Lamont Roach at the Barclays now. It's just words. Oh, shit. He cracked Devin when Devin was 16 and sparring. We seen the video, edited to be damned. And as soon as Gervonta had it out with Floyd, magically, the real footage came out. And it showed Tank getting his ass beat. It's just words. So I agree with Moneybags. He's 100% correct. And the moral of the real story is, it's just words. Because this dude don't mean a motherfucking thing he say. And you're right, Moneybags. All of this talk and everything he's doing, he has what? Daughters. How dare he? That's the quote of the day right there. It's just words. Salute Moneybags, 1985. I agree, 100%. It's just words. So this guy told, and I don't know how old Ray Jackson. How old is Ray Jackson's daughter, by the way? Don't tell me I hope she's grown, y'all. She grown. She got to be grown. She grown. She got to be grown. How old is Ray Jackson's daughter? Can anyone tell me? Just tell me she's grown, because he shouldn't be saying this to anybody. Remember he said he was gonna slap Tiafimo? It's just words. Remember he said, yo, Ryan, if I find out you cheated, I'm gonna fuck you up. Well, we found out Ryan cheated. You wanted to take him out on a date. It's just words. This guy he's so full of shit, his eyes are brown. You be standing in the same room with him like, yo, did somebody fart? Tank, you smell like pool gas. What's wrong with you? It's just him. Dear Tank Fanatics, he hates all of you. He shows you by way of his actions and his words. It's just words. Love it. If he respected you, if he respected himself, and see, that was my original point. He don't respect himself to stay out of trouble. How can he love you if he don't love himself? Going back to my point about the promiscuous girl that I grew up with. She didn't love herself. She thought she was worthless. Tank don't love himself. If he loved himself, he wouldn't be doing this to himself. That's more than body art. That's mutilation. People do get body art, but this dude mutilated himself. Those 3 apes on his chest, he's idolizing a gang. You want to do that? Where's that gang in raising his daughters? Please tell me. Tell me. Let me talk to his fanatics a minute. How do you help this kid when he's talking to y'all like this? He's literally telling you to eat a dick. Some of you want to. Some of you want to. Y'all not helping this kid at all because he don't want help. He don't want help. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me tell you how botched up. Well, you know what? Let me do this. Let me do this. I would like, let me see something. Oh my God. I have questions, man. Tank fans, if you disagree with what I'm saying, that's okay. Hold up, I have questions. I have questions. I'm not finna argue with you this morning. I promise you, I'm not finna argue with you this morning. I have questions. This is what I call a density check. This is a density check. Because I need to know some things. Insane salute.
Top of the AM, Drew. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, brother. Hold on, let me read this super chat real quick. It says, tanky mentality is like an ignorant middle schooler. It is. No grown man with kids and millions of dollars in a bank account and all this fame, and he has fortune, is this this disgruntled and angry. I don't understand it. But good morning, brother. Go ahead.
Just a couple things. I can understand. You know, I'm not a Tank fan at all. You know that off the dribble. But I can understand him when he said like, you know, he don't want that anger in him no more. He got children or whatever. He just don't want to feel like that because it is a beast inside of you. Sometimes you can't control, sometimes you can. It took me a long time to learn how to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? Then completely get rid of the one. If
Well,
you
let me
remember
ask you a
that,
question. Let me ask you a question. How did you learn to do that? What was the turning point in your life? Because I know a little bit, you've mentioned a little bit about your background, but when did you learn? How did you learn? Why did you make that decision? When did you
well,
make that decision? How did you get that help?
well, I was tired of the silver bracelets getting put on me, right?
There you go.
whether it was something I did or whether it was something I didn't do. And a police officer told me, he was like, he's like, Damone, I'm gonna tell you like this: you can do life in prison without doing life in prison. And
Mm,
I sat down in the whole, and I didn't understand what he meant. It took me months to understand. And what he was saying was, you can keep coming out in and out of here for the rest of your life. You just visiting the streets, and you coming back home to prison. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
So I,
right,
I I I decided, you know what I'm saying, I'm done with one, you know what I'm saying, and I had to, you know, retire that person that I was to step into my new life. It took me a while, you know what I'm saying. I had to conquer myself, conquer the beast inside of me. So I understood what he meant when he said that, right? But his is just different because he boxed, and mine was different because I was in the streets.
right.
Uh, Another thing I remember, remember the movie Balboa, Rocky Balboa, the
Yes,
last when he fought Antonio Tarver. Do
yes.
you remember the speech that he made? And he was like, "You just got this beast in you. You know what I'm saying? You got to satisfy the beast." And then after he was done with the fight, he was like, "It's all gone now."
Yeah, yeah,
So it's like you gotta wrestle. It's like it's you versus you. You know what I'm saying? And depends on what personality wins, because that's what it is. A personality trait to me. It's who wins. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he gotta just deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna come with more than therapy. That comes with soul searching. That comes with sitting down, really knowing yourself. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Getting away from things that's gonna make you feel like that. Like if you know this chick make you feel like that, whether you love her or not, bro, get away from her, homie. Like get away from her because you have a problem with hitting women. And anybody that supports a man that's known for hitting women and beating women and doing things to women, I have no
Hmm.
respect for you
Right,
because you have
right,
an auntie, grandmother, mother, daughter, whatever, bro, sister. You have that. So,
right.
but you support this. It's shame on you
And
because
he
you
and he
just
keeps doing it. And he keeps doing it. And I
right.
always refer to the Rocky films. Look past the choreography or whatever, but there's gems in those films. Every last one of them. There's gems. Now you mentioned when he fought Tarver. That was a good movie. The I like when he made that speech with his son. When his son was going through a crisis where he was trying to be his own man and not live in his father's shadow. I like that speech that Rocky gave his son. And after the fight with Tarver in the movie, um, what people don't realize is um, that's a double-edged sword. When he talks about that satisfying that beast, it could also be identified as your ego. And what happened in Rocky 4? Apollo's ego got him killed. Because at that time, Apollo looked great, he felt great, but he was way past it. And he got in there with a killer and got killed. And that was a lesson in that. I didn't get that as a kid. As I got older and I watched it and I listened to the dialogue, Rocky was trying to talk him out of it. Remember when he said, yo, man, our time is past, man.
Yeah.
And Apollo, he wouldn't accept it because that was his life. That's all he knew. And he had no business. Even when he started getting his ass kicked, they were supposed to stop the fight, but he was like, don't stop it. Because there was something in him that's how he wanted to go out. It was ego at that point. His ego got him killed. There's a lot of people like that. And y'all might not get this connection. Some asshole's gonna run and say, oh my God, Drew is comparing Tank Davis to a mythical character. No, the mindset is the same. Y'all young cats invented this new slogan in the last couple of years. It's called crashing out. Do you think Tank is not crashing out right now? Look at what he said. Your daughter will be next to Ray
That was
Jackson.
insane. That was
You
insane.
talking about running down on cats from Harlem World, and you smack this and do this, and Kez videos. This is why I'm reading the statement. He says, "Life and death and power of the tongue, just words," and that's the other side. It is just words, but really think about it. We're civil. I like to think most of us are civil. Now, I just said, and I needed to be clear, I'm not on that type of time. I might want to, like, man, this dude just threatened my daughter. What? He don't know my daughter. He don't know where I live. He just see me online. But if I was on that type of time, and watch this, they might be a dude on that type of time. Oh, you what? I just said, yo, big ups to you, Tank. Good to see you back. And your response is, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you and your daughter. I seen pictures of you on social media on your daughter. Fuck you, I'll slap or whatever. That nigga might be crazier than you. You know about the YouTuber that got shot on the Vegas Strip? Y'all know about that?
Yep. Yeah.
Bro, it was the dumbest thing I ever seen. It's on video. This YouTuber was going back and forth with another YouTuber. The dude was riding around Vegas early in the day with his gun in the car, talking about, yo, yeah, I'm out here. If I see you, da-da-da-da-da. Well, he actually ran into him. Dude was with his girl, and he shot him in front of everybody on the Vegas Strip. I'm like, what, is this real? Shot him. Shot him dead. He got a mugshot and all that. And I'm like, wait a minute. And if I'm not mistaken, both of those YouTubers were monetized. I mean, like, big, those were pretty, I don't know what they did, but they were pretty big channels, which means they were making money. So you really, over words, you really got in your car and was driving up and down Las Vegas, ran into him, and took his life in front of his woman. And you can't do YouTube in prison. Life sentence, open and shut. Everyone saw it. It was on video. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, dude, you're that sensitive? Look, I get threatened all the time. I take threats very seriously. But I'm not going to stop my life. You see me in the street, and I'm telling you right now, look, I ain't going to say too much. I'm not going to say too much. But I choose my life over yours any day. Any day. Don't get yourself into trouble on some boxer shit. Don't lose your life over some boxer shit, because I'm going to defend myself. And I'm not fighting everybody in the street. No. I'm cutting my work in half and put two and two together. I'm cutting my work in half. And I will stop and dial 911 and explain everything. And they will get into your account. They will see that you're stalking me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, he attacked you. Yep. All right, well, that's why you have that's why you got the hammer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is the type of things we're dealing with. Let me read this. I see you backstage, Mo. You don't have to keep your camera on if you don't want to. I got you. Main biker in that super chat, he says, to stay in Tank Gang, you got to whip one chick up a year. Jesus Christ. I hope
that's crazy. Well, Drew, can I say this real fast before you bring?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So when it involves the Tank Davis situation, right? We got to look back at the rapper Mystical. You remember Mystical from No Limit, right?
Yes.
Talented rapper. You remember that the first time he got convicted of grape. Take the G off. We was like, oh man, that's probably, I'm saying, these chicks, they do what they do. Yeah. But the second and the third time, you got to call a spade. Brother, that's who you are. That is you. You are like that, homie. And that's the same with Tank Davis, bro. Like, you constantly get, it's not different things. It's the same thing. But there's some things you got to work on. Maybe you need to go hug your mama. Maybe you need to go cry to her and tell her what's going on. And this is why you are like you are, because you didn't have her in your life. Because it got to be that connection. It can't be no stronger connection than that, or maybe his grandmother. Anything else, bro, like, you have a mental issue.
This, bro. I'm gonna say this. Well, let me read the super chat, then I'm gonna go to Mo. Slick Tom says, dudes don't care if he gives their girl a black eye. Yeah, these dudes that if you like getting spat on verbally, in writing for people to see, then there's something wrong with you. You might as well let him bang a girl and then bang you. But let me say this, man. Let me say this. When I say that I've seen this before, his name was Mike Tyson. And There was things that didn't make the news that I've seen personally. He used to hang out at the tunnel back in the day. And I ain't gonna get into all of that, but I've seen how he behaved in public. And he knew who to bully and who not to bully. He wasn't fucking with the drug dealers that were all lined up outside. But he'd bully the dudes that looked like victims. But he knew who not to do it to because they weren't fighting Mike. They were plugging him. All right?
Definitely.
And let me say this, man. Mike got caught up in some nonsense and got sent to jail on some bullshit because I firmly believe that woman lied on him. But I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. At that time in his life, jail might have been the best thing for him. He got locked up on some bullshit, but he needed to go sit down because it wasn't long. It wouldn't have been long before somebody would have plugged him. It wouldn't have been long. Something was going to happen to him. Because if you don't sit these guys down, they think they're untouchable. Right now, Tank is running around. He's saying all of this weird shit online. This isn't selling a fight because he don't have a fight lined up. This ain't it. And that's the problem with a lot of these kids. They're not getting checked. So Tank, with this situation, I don't know how it's going to play out with this girl. But maybe he need to go sit his ass down for a little while for real. Like Mike had to go sit his ass down. Maybe Tank needs to go sit his ass down before somebody, he says the wrong thing to one of these freaks online and they run up on him. All right? And that'll be detrimental to his life. Maybe he need to go sit his ass down because he don't understand how life works. You know, y'all let Ryan Garcia run around and with no consequence talking all that shit. Y'all let that happen. Y'all let that happen. Tiafimo running around talking all that crazy shit. Y'all let that happen.
I just seen a game banger. I just seen 2 game bangers of Paul Ruin and Crip with Ryan Garcia doing the little how you hold the bag when you hit it or whatever. It's like Loki. I'm not saying sparring, but
you talking about that was that guy Whack 100.
Yeah, Whack 100. Yeah, Whack.
You know what,
man?
Dude, and I'm like, bro, I don't listen to him, crazy. But everyone around him, I read the comments because I didn't know who that was. I read the comments, but everyone's saying, yo, that dude's an op. That dude's like a paid op for the government. I don't know, man.
Definitely.
But these dudes, you niggas, you smiling in these dudes' faces. I don't respect you guys. If I was in like the media like that, where I'm paid to sit down and give boxing content, I would tell my boss, yo, don't sit this motherfucker in the same room with me. I don't like him, bro. I don't respect him. He's a liar. He's a racist, and he didn't apologize. Well, you fired. Good.
Wanted an apology.
Let me go to Mo. Mo, what's good, brother?
Salute, Drew. Salute. I don't know who that is on the panel, but salute.
That's Monster Musa. That's brother Monster Musa and my brother. Insane.
Oh, that's yo. You know it's crazy, Drew. Mansa Musa is family. Like I'm from New York, but Mansa Musa is from South Carolina, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's family. That's Gaffney all the way through and through. You know, I know. Like, but yeah, what I listen to with Tank and what nobody really brings up is when he brings up the thing about therapy and wanting to get out and all of that stuff. Maybe it's a little bit deeper. Like he want to get therapy so he don't do that to his daughters. Like this dude clearly has a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I'm listening to is what he's not saying. Like, I want to get out. I want to do this for my daughters. He's clearly showing that him being a millionaire, him being a celebrity, none of that stuff matters for him to do that stuff to other people. So why do you want to get this therapy and get this stuff out of you now? Is it because your daughters are going to grow up one day and get older and you want to be able to control yourself and not do this to them? I think that's the more bigger thing that nobody's really speaking on, because he's not getting therapy he's not saying he's getting therapy for himself so he can be a better person or he can stop doing this shit to other females. He's saying it's about his daughters, the future, what can happen in the future. And what I'm listening to is something that's not being said. Like, this dude might have a problem to where it can get to the point where he will do this to his kids. We not gonna act like this doesn't happen in the real world, and we can't exclude him just because we like Tank. Like it might be a little bit deeper. It might be a little bit deeper than what we can see.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you, man. 100%. I just clicked the link. that the brother Dez sent me. Yeah, I saw that, bro. He Davis was out with some buddies, and some dude walked up on him and went live, and you know, they do what these cats do online. They run up on people and start talking like crazy or whatever, and Javante kept it meek with him. He dapped it up with him, and he looked down, and he wasn't trying to get in any trouble. But that's the other side. That's the other side. It comes to a point where sometimes you gotta stay your ass in the house. You know what I mean?
I just think it's sad, man. Like all the way around through and through, because they treating him like he's a kid. Like I when I was 30, 31, I didn't get treated like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they treating this dude like he's a child, and people talk about him with kid gloves. And like I said, when I was 30, 31, nobody handled me with that kind of kid. When I was 20, 21, nobody handled me like
Bro,
that. Like, I was
when
taught when you turn 21, 18, you in the game, just like the people who's always been there. Nobody gonna treat you any different because you 21 and you somebody's child, but you ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to treat you like a kid. Like when you come out here in the real world as a man, we supposed to treat you as a man. And like to hear other even 30-year-olds talk about him like he's a child is crazy.
Yeah, he's hence the term grown adolescent.
Right.
It's a catch-22 for a motherfucker that has Tank Davis as their leading financial plan. Because he's the meal ticket for some of these guys. I firmly believe that he's the meal ticket. But when he's the meal ticket, you feel that you can't tell him anything. But you know what? You can't raise a kid that's paying your bills. The two don't mix.
True.
It's like state and religion. The United States says, we're based off of Christian principles. The hostile takeover of this country, there's nothing Christian about that. So there's a fundamental difference between God and state. So it's one big contradiction. It's one big contradiction. So, these people don't understand. That went over a lot of people's head. I understand that.
Right.
But this guy, you can't raise a guy that's paying you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's for real will tell him, hey man, look, I don't give a fuck about your money. I got a job. I'm fucking up right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want y'all to understand, Mike Tyson, when he finally did go to prison, it was over a lie. I firmly believe that chick lied. It was over a lie. All right. Tank might F around, and like it's not in the news right now, but eventually he's gonna have to answer to what's going on with this girl, and you never know. He'll be in a court and they'll be like, yeah, well, I'm giving you 24 months. No exceptions, because you keep doing dumb shit. What y'all gonna do now? Tank Penners, what you gonna say now? Now y'all gotta talk about real boxing. What you gonna talk about? You gonna have a countdown for when Tank gets out? Then when he gets out, he's gonna get his ass kicked. This is ridiculous. And I can't believe, again, and I will stand on this, we've become quote unquote Tank haters just for simply asking him to do what he said he can do. That's how I know his fan base are fucking retarded. And they're selling wolf tickets. Every last one of these niggas that talk this kid up, there's something wrong with y'all.
Yeah.
How am I a hater for wanting him to do what he said he can do? For asking him to do what you said he can do. He's not doing it. But when he's talking about he's gonna slap this man's daughter. Really, man? That's what you're gonna do? And what was the joke around Halloween? In order for Shakur and Devin to get a fight with Tank, they gotta wear wigs. Then they'll get his attention. I mean, this is wild work right here. This is wild work. I want a Tank fan to come up here and defend this, please, because I have questions. Because this is out of control right now. Once again, he's on Twitter cussing y'all out. And this is not the only one I got. I just want to put all the rest of them up there. So he's threatening to smack other men's daughters, talking about, yo, on some Goldberg shit. You're next. Right? But you ain't say that to Lamont Roach. Why can't Lamont Roach be next? Y'all told us, leave him alone. Let him get his Jake Paul money. We left him alone. And he goes to a gentleman's club and beats up a girl. And I'm not saying allegedly. He did that shit. He has a track record now. So I know the Tank fans are watching. There's 150 people in here. I know y'all watching. There's a link right there on all 3 channels. Click the link and defend this. I have questions for you. I already know what I know about Tank. I have questions for you as a supporter of this guy.
Hey, Drew, can I ask you one more question?
Go ahead.
When you do pep talk, I kind of want to do a segment with you. I mean, you can say yes, no, or whatever, but I want to do a segment on the Somali and they people, not just the ones here and the things that they do in their country. And I don't know if you heard or anything like that, but 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is wifey to them. I like really want to speak on that. That's their
Yeah, we
wife.
can speak on that. We can speak on that.
Yeah. Thank
We
you.
could do that. Actually, we could do that tomorrow because they've been showing their ass, and I've been quiet. They're not black, right? That's
Yeah,
what
what
they
they
say,
said.
right?
Hey,
Okay.
I was just, hey, Drew, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that, bro. You know how I feel about me being black, bro. And all these non-wanna-be black people, bro, from the Dominicans to these dudes, bro. Yeah, bro.
They gonna remember they said that, and then they
That
they,
hey,
they
hey, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes it get a trigger for me sometimes, bro. I be holding it in, for real.
I watched their imam in a mosque talk about the worst part of black Americans, and the information is so wrong. And this was an imam, and I'm listening to it like, whoa, what?
I seen that
He's
too.
talking about the bottom of the barrel of black. He's talking about the Tank Davises minus the money. He's talking about niggas like that. And I'm like, does this dude even know that statistically wise, the type of black men that he's talking about in America, that is not even the majority? So in other words, he's a Somalian Muslim in our country talking from white supremacist
Talking
ideology.
points. From they talking points, but
He's using their talking points. And he's not even referring to the facts, data, and statistics. How fucking dare you, bro?
somebody
How
got a
dare you?
nasty background where it's echoing.
Yeah, somebody got to go on mute. Yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely. I was gonna cook on that actually. I was just. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm doing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you. 'Cause
Bastion
I'm
in that super chat. Salute. He says salute from West Australia by way of East Oakland. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, good brother.
I'm so happy to say that they're not black. I'm so happy that y'all saying that. And shout out to my brother BVO and Prize. Shout out to my brothers in the building.
Salute, man. Young Abel in the building.
Hey, Drew, I actually wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight because you guys know I'm from Minnesota, right, which is a lot of the Somali population is at.
Oh yeah,
If you
yeah,
want
yeah.
me to, if you want me to, I can give you guys some firsthand accounts of my encounters and experiences. And now, let me be very, very clear. There's a lot of anti-black sentiments when it comes to the Somali people. Now, I will say there are some good people that do understand that, but the problem with them is that a lot of them are still stuck in that Arab philosophy, which
Yeah.
it ties back to the Middle Eastern times. So unfortunately, it's not just you guys alone. There are a lot of people in Africa that look at Somalia a little different. It's kind of like Somalia in a way where people like North America views Cuba. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you want me to, I can give you guys a little bit of firsthand account and insight if you want me to join it on your pep talk episode, because there's more than just that alone. There were a lot of Somalis that did voted for Donald Trump, not understanding what this guy was and his reputation. So if you want, I'd gladly join in on that.
I'd appreciate it.
Hey, Abel, all them niggas from Captain Phillips, bro, I beat all their ass, bro. My mama. Even the one that had beef with you back in the day, I beat all of them up, bro. My mama, nigga. Yeah,
Salute to my
nigga.
brothers
Hey,
on the panel too. Stephen Neal, Master Musa, Abel, who've been running from me for years, still ducking me. But salute to my brothers on the
man,
panel.
shut
If I
up.
didn't shoot y'all out, if I didn't shot y'all out, my
Insane,
fault.
insane,
I'm the
insane.
captain now.
Calm down, bro. I just wanted to give you guys some friendly insight. We ain't talking about basketball today. Save that for
I
another
had to
time.
put it out there.
All right,
Checking ain't cheating.
let's get back on topic. Let's get back.
Thank you.
International Crime
Thank
Storm.
you.
Salute to you, good brother. Good to see you, Coach Hudson. I see you. let's get back on topic with Mellow Yellow right here. I really would like a Tank fan to join the panel because I have questions. If you don't see a problem with how you're treated, hashtag abusive relationship. You guys are in an abusive relationship. I'm trying to understand your ideology behind supporting this kid. Well, let me stop calling him a kid because he's not. He's in his 30s.
Yep.
Let me get a little bit
And
of
the sun is setting in his career. It's setting. And he doesn't have a Hall of Fame career. And I'm only saying that because he has too many contemporaries around him that he did not match up with. All right. He done some things. And, he might end up in the Hall of Fame because the criteria, the bar is so low right now. I mean, good God, Gennady Golovkin is going into the Hall of Fame. He's done nothing.
Crazy
He's
work.
done nothing. There's about 4 people that I felt he should have fought, and he didn't. All right. Again, you see this picture? He fought one person on this picture, and that's Lamont Roach down there, and he fought him to a draw. Everybody else at some point was available. And I know y'all want to say, Lomachenko, he ducked him. Yeah, on the way out, he did. He had back issues. Now he's talking about coming back. I'm not holding that over Loma's head. You know why? Because Loma was trying to fight him since, 2018, before the pandemic? And he didn't do it. He could have fought every name here from 2018 to now. Matata is there. Come on, man. Abdullah Mason. Talk to me. What's happening here?
Drew.
Yeah.
The minute when I get up here, all they go do is run in circles, bro. They go be like, "Oh, why y'all talking about his personal life? This is personal life, Drew. This is personal life.
No,
he the best.
That
I'm gonna
was
give him a back rub. You know how they be talking, man.
Max 7,
See, here's the thing. They tell us to get out his personal life, but here's the thing. His personal life is affecting his career.
That's a fact. And that's the point they're missing.
And I asked them all the time, do you think I want to see this kid in jail? I keep calling him a kid. This young man in jail. Do you think I want to see him in jail? I don't want to see him in jail. But you know what? The way he's talking right now, that's why I said jail might be the best place for him because he need to calm down.
Now, it's more than talking, Drew. It's his actions, bro. His actions.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. He's how are you in the club? How you set up for a $40 million payday, but you in the club assaulting a bottle girl? You're in a relationship with a bottle girl? This is what she does for a living. You met her in a thong.
And then he come out and say she did this to multiple people, like this her thing, like something like that. Like this is
right.
Her thing
But you wife her?
But you wife her, yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Who raised him?
That's Sim talk. That's Sim talk.
Yeah.
That's excuses, bro. That's excuses.
Who put him up on game on how does he know how to pick a woman? This is what I said about Floyd Mayweather. Because at some point he kept getting it wrong. Mm-hmm. And then I'm looking at how his daughter in prison, but she stabbed the girl that hit that young boy. He threw her out the house. She came through the back and juked her and almost killed her. That really happened. I'm saying, what's going on with Floyd? Yeah. And then I remember Miss Jackson. She aborted his twins while he was in camp to face Maidana the first time. Yep. And then tried to say, "Oh, he beat me." You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, what's wrong with Floyd? Why he don't know how to pick a woman? No, you know why? That dude said he watched his father sell his mom crack. Yep. He said that. I said, man, oh man. That's why he got animosity towards his father. That's why. I know about the story where he said his father was in a street situation. He had to pick up Floyd Jr. and run away. He got shot running away while holding Floyd Jr. Mm-hmm. Floyd is really touched. He never went and got therapy. So when he crashed out over his dad on HBO to the world saw it, us on the outside looking in and say, hey, man, he shouldn't do that. But you don't understand how mad he is with his dad. And that's what I'm saying. There's a portion where these guys don't count their blessings. They don't. They just get to a position in life and then they mad with the world. The world ain't do it to you. This is why Floyd has no problem telling us while y'all protesting, I'm spending $8 million in Gucci while y'all protesting. I don't subscribe with all of y'all. I'm not like y'all. Doesn't that sound like Tank? I'm not like underfighters. I'm about my money. He has no sense of loyalty to himself, his family, or his community. Community, what's that? What's that? Community is more than on Thanksgiving giving out some fucking turkeys. Look at what you're saying. Look at how you're behaving. Behavior, man, it's everything.
And don't forget
Bastion
about
in that
when.
super chat, he says Captain Saberho like 40 water say. Captain
Remember that.
Saberho.
Remember that
Yeah,
situation
Steve,
Floyd had with his best friend on FaceTime? That's nasty too. Let's not forget about that, because that's that ended nasty with his friend on FaceTime. That situation where he had probably about like 10 years ago, 15. Yeah,
Oh
it was
man,
nasty.
that was a long time ago. Yeah.
Remember that. That's nasty. He's still living with that too. So like, it's nasty around that area.
Man,
Drew, let me get a little piece of this.
go ahead.
Yeah, man, I'm personally say a little bit of my personal life and reflection on what has been said up here and what Tank's saying too. You know, salute to Big Brother Drew, salute to the panel. You know, insane. You know, we definitely got some connections with the gang stuff. I'm gonna say something about that. And Mo, you definitely from the home. You know what I'm saying, G-Town. So you know about my rep. So I got credibility up here in the chat. What's up, family? But what Tank's saying is he false about it because the actions speak louder than the words. And what he doing is the track record. Me, myself, I done gang bang. I done been shot. I've been in jail. I've been in prison. I got multiple kids. I'm in their lives. But I chose to change. And what made me change is wanting to change for the better of myself first, being real with me, wanting to be around, wanting to have something, and knowledge of self. That's the main thing that saved me besides me is knowledge of self. And a lot of these cats out here, he even said he don't even know Marvin Hagler. And I'm like you, Drew, these people that's around him, what are they teaching him? To me, I think they're just leeching. They for protection. They got you involved with the gang stuff. Now you're a part of it. And me and Insane can tell you, once you get money like that, you basically paying for your spot and you taking care of people and they see you as a commodity. But with all that being said is this man's actions, it's got to speak louder than his words. I hope he get some therapy. I hope he change. But at the same time, all that shit is talk, dog. And what he's saying about people's daughters and stuff like that is gonna get this dude really hurt real soon.
That's real talk. Because for the most part, like the brother said earlier in the show, it is just words. We take it like that. It's just words. But what happens when you come across that dude that's gonna snap? I just made reference to the YouTuber.
He told Roach he know where his kid's school at. You can't play with everybody like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and this dude playing a dangerous game, man. And then, like you said earlier, online, that's a track record. So if somebody do something to this dude, you left the proof right there.
That's
you
right.
Playing, man. There's a lot of people out there that ain't playing. And I got several daughters, and I'm not playing about mine.
Nah, exactly.
And you don't even necessarily have to worry about the father in these cases too. You know what I'm saying? You got uncles, like these kids have uncles, cousins, all kind of family members.
Let me ask the panel a question. Let me ask the panel a question before I'm gonna go to Abel next because he got to go. Let me ask the panel a question. Everybody here, for the most part, is civilized, or at one point, but y'all don't have that close family or friend that love getting locked up.
Yeah, I know a few of them like that in the family.
I got two cousins like that. They love going to sit down.
Care of them, they'll do whatever you tell them, bro.
That's right.
Family like that.
How about this?
They
do shit. They do shit in your defense that you even ask them to do. They just did it.
That's a fact.
Drew, Drew, I got some of those in like several different states, bro. Real talk, 100%.
It's crazy. Young Abel, salute, man. Go ahead, bro. I know you at work.
Okay, let me say it like this, though. See, the thing with Tank is that he never really had a stable father figure in his life to really teach him right from wrong or how to treat people with a certain amount of respect. And this is where it's coming out right now. Anytime when you see Tank Davis crash out, we know that it's coming from a place where he never really had that really father figure influence in his life. And the reason why many of these Tank fans are envious of David is because of the fact that a lot of them don't have that in their lives too. So when they look at Tank, Tank is the reflection of what they see in their lives as well. Now,
Right.
when it comes to basically him saying, "Oh, I'm gonna slap up a girl or dog or whatever like that," I'm gonna be real with you. There are a lot of black fathers out there that also believe in the Second Amendment, and if Tank would try something like that, it would not work perfectly for him because at the end of the day, there's good black fathers out there that take things like that very, very seriously. And I know a lot of you guys in this panel may have daughters or in your lives. I know that for a fact because when I eventually become a father myself too, that if any man that wants to date my daughter and then acts in that kind of manner, I'm gonna take it as a threat, and I'm gonna make sure you're not gonna try that nonsense in my household. So at the end of the day, guys, what Tank Davis the only thing that Tank Davis will get at some point is either in the jail cell or in the graveyard. That's the only way this is how it's going to end. Because I don't see the story of Tank Davis ending very, very well.
No, and
That's a
I'm
fact.
telling you, if it doesn't end, I mean, what are they gonna do? Blame us? Actually, I'm out here doing him a solid. You know what I'm saying? This is a bit of an intervention. I'm asking, why is he doing this, and why is his fan base cool with it? He's talking to y'all crazy. And he's running around threat. Look what Big Joe Townsend said. He said, speaking of track record, the judges see all of these tweets too.
That's
Now
crazy.
I'm wondering,
I'm telling, yeah.
yo, these kids, they out here telling on themselves, man. I'm wondering if a homie could go to court and be like, yo, man, go snatch this dude up. He just threatened my daughter. I'm wondering.
Drew, can I piggyback off of what Mansa Musa said?
Yes, sir.
Definitely, he's 1000% correct, but I'm gonna get even more deep in depth. Some years ago, the same thing happened with Snoop Dogg. As we know, Snoop Dogg is a big rapper and movie star. Snoop Dogg is the biggest thing going. But on the side of that, Snoop Dogg is also a Long Beach Rolling 20 Crip. And what happened was his homies was upset because Snoop wasn't putting them dudes on. It got so bad to where they like, bro, you can't come to Long Beach, you can't do nothing. It's on and cracking, to where they put the hammer down on him to where he had to come back to the hood,
Yep.
get all these 20s and insanes and everybody from the north and the west side together and put together a compilation just for dudes to be like, okay, finally you did something for the homies. So paying for that protection, paying like Mansa Musa said, that's 1,000 because
Telling you.
now you ain't the homie. Now you just taking
And Drew,
care of
you
the
know we
hood
done
now.
talk behind the scenes.
That's a fact.
Goodness, man.
And y'all can look this up. This is a fact.
Oh yeah, yes, insane. I know that. Yeah, that's on YouTube. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
that's a fact.
Yeah.
And then what make it so bad is I know Black Gorillas, you know what I'm saying, from B-More. And I'm telling you the stories behind the scenes with this dude, man, with the stuff that's gonna come out real soon about this dude.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Nobody.
Let me ask you a question. Because I spoke, because Blue had the inside info on it. And he was like, I don't know, this is what I heard. Now, the accident with the girl, the pregnant chick, from what I heard, I can't deny, confirm anything, but I heard that the reason why he crashed up his car is because he thought someone was chasing him. And he crashed the car. It hit this other car with the woman in it who so happened to be pregnant. And that's why he got up and ran from the scene, because he thought somebody was trying to take his life. That's what he thought.
You see why you don't want to go to Baltimore? I'm gonna add to that. You see why you don't want to go to Baltimore? Because this dude is a lick. Some people, from what I'm hearing, up in the underworld, they setting this dude to get lined up real soon.
Yep.
That's why he's scared.
That's crazy, Victor. Victor. You don't have to make yourself. Man, I see you, brother.
Good night.
I see you. Welcome back. For those of you that don't know, that's really Victor singing "Good Night." So salute to him. But yeah, man, this dude is a walking lick. He's a walking lick, and it's all bad. That once you reach a certain status in life, some of these cats can't go back to the neighborhoods they grew up in because they look like food now. And I understand.
But why would you want to go back? You made it out. Why would you want to go back? It took you so much time to build yourself up.
He was never in the streets like that. That's what
he
it
did that to himself, wanting to be a part of that. That's crazy, bro. You gonna wait all this time and then get put on the game to try to have this hard man look. Come on, dog. You wild.
He was not a gangster. That's what we keep telling people. He was not a gangster.
Yeah.
He was never a gangster. And for that aspect, shout out to Kenny and Cal because they kept him out the street and into the gym. They keep saying, BF tell y'all the niggas around him were street dudes, but not Tank. Tank was not a street dude. So when these dudes get on here, on these panels saying he from the trenches, no, he's not. Kenny and Cal and all those other cats, they're from the trenches. He was not. And I salute them for that, but they missed instrumental parts as far as him developing as a man. He's underdeveloped. You hear it in how he talks. He's underdeveloped. He's undereducated. He needed a man to direct him. This is why fathers are important. This is why. Fuck the coaching in the box and everything. They did great in that aspect. But as far as him developing as a man, they dropped the ball. They should have put him in a church or in a mosque or immerse him into some religion, not necessarily for the religion, but for the male direction. There's things in these books that show you how to be a man. If you
I got
to do it,
Drew, can I get in here
then
for a second?
hold on. I got a serious question. What's his education level? That's a serious
Zero.
question.
Nigga, have you heard him talk?
No, I'm talking about like did he graduate high school? I'm asking like for real.
No,
Like did he?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. What's his highest education? The answer is no.
Yeah.
That's the answer. Hey man, it's like when your daughter asks you, Daddy, at what age will I be able to date? No. That's the answer.
No.
I'm not giving it a number. No. The answer is no.
So let me ask you this, big bro. Everybody up here is over 30, right?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
So let me ask you this, Drew, since you've been the senior of all of us. How me personally, how I'm raising my girls, they to be wise, but I raised my girls like this to always be feminine and respect the man. So if a man was to put his hands on my daughters, they'll be calling me from jail because I do teach them to defend themselves, but to be women and be respectful first and to be feminine. But the thing about that is that's also making them safe and be aware in life to know they can't beat a man and know how to treat a man respectfully. So I won't even put them in that situation. But I'm also not a crash out. Meaning if my daughters get into it with their significant other, whether they're fussing, whether this, that, and the third, I'm not finna run over there and jump on this man, fight him or nothing like that, because I'm not finna throw away my life. But if it's on me to go protect them or help them, I would do it then. That's the difference in the avenues that I am with a father.
Same.
Can I say something real fast?
Go ahead.
This is for the dudes that be celebrating Tank and saying Tank is a real street dude. Bro, you don't get rich and go to the streets. And every real street nigga, Crip, Blood, Paru, Hoover, GD, Blackstone, and all the rest of them that I don't know about. Bro, when you a street nigga, you try your best to get out the streets, bro. You don't represent nothing like that. That character from Power Ghost was a man trying to get out of the streets. You don't glorify the ghetto. You try to get out of it and run away from it. So when you get rich and you going back to the hood and everybody kicking it, bro, you a target. And that's why most stars, they die in their hood or the place that they from, because another nigga can't take it.
Yep.
It's a fact.
No matter how close they is, whatever.
Let me because it's obvious no Tank fans are gonna come up here and try and defend it because you can't. You can't. This is how he's talking to y'all, and this is all I've been saying. I'm not like joking this morning. You can't defend it. You can't defend it. And salute Abel. I know you got to go here at work. You can't defend this guy. There's no defending this. This is how he looks at you. All right, he's a baby with his lip poked out. You wouldn't give a 2-year-old a Gatling gun because they forget shooting themselves or shooting somebody. They're too small to work with it. And this is what happens when you give a fool a shitload of money with no knowledge of self, and that's extremely immature. And he didn't know. No one raised him how to be a proper man. Wait, hold on. What does Vic say? He said that's unbalanced, Drew. The women, mothers, in some instances, are more meaningful in teaching the right from wrong. The mother's usually the ones to start instilling those principles. But here's the thing, Victor. From what I was told about Tank Davis, both of his parents were crackheads. That's what I was told.
Yep.
So he comes from a collapsed household, and that's why I salute Kenny and Cal for keeping his kid off the street. The problem, Victor, is he has a street appearance. I had a street appearance in my teens, but I was far from a street dude, far from it. Okay, he has a street appearance. That's why these kids identify with him. But he's a glorified marketing scheme. There's proof in the resume, and there's proof in how he behaves. and now he's looking like a spoiled brat in a grown adolescent because he's too old to be behaving like this. Right now, he's behaving like a spoiled 15-year-old, and he's 30. You understand, Victor? And I understand what you're saying. The mothers are supposed to, BF, salute, BFTB in the building. The mothers are supposed to instill, the mothers are nurturing. All right? They're supposed to do the hugging, the loving, but they crack that whip in the household because the household, all right, they are the bosses. Clean up your room. I love you, son. I love you, daughter. Clean up your room. Come here, give me a hug. You fell? Give me a hug. But get your ass back out there. And who's taking care? Who makes sure the household functions on the outside? The men. We pay for everything. We protect the mother. We protect the kids in the house. And when we come home from an honest, hard day of work, we're supposed to come home to a meal because you know what we got to do? We got to get up the next day and do it again. We come in, we fuel up, we wash, we rest, and get up and do it again because we do it because that's what men do. No one feels sorry for us. We do it because we love our family. That is love. That is love. And the women are the nurturers. It's a team effort. It's a team effort, Victor. So that's what I'm saying to you. So I'm not going to say his father failed him. I'm going to say both parents failed him because they put their kids in they put the raising of their kids in a gym. And where he learned a high skill set to become a professional fighter, he didn't learn how to be a man. He didn't learn. They missed that. They missed that. And Kenny can't teach him that, and Cal can't teach him that. They can't. They fumbled the ball on teaching him how to be a man. Because as he got older, there's some resentment he had towards Kenny. He don't respect him. He got love for him, but he don't respect him. I'm my own man now. And when he's left alone to do his own thing, what is he doing? I bet you Kenny and Cal would say, man, we ain't tell him to go over there and do that shit in the gym. I mean, at that strip club, he did that. Man, we ain't tell him to yank that chick out the basketball court. He did that. They have to distance themselves. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to distance yourself from him, you got to do it completely and totally. Because now he's doing shit, and they're looking at Kenny and Cal like, yo, what's this? Matter of fact, when he had got in trouble, and he got released from prison, they released him into the care of Cal. And he was already an adult. I said, wait a minute, he's an adult. He's not a child. How they releasing him into the care of another man? This is stupid. But this is him. And that's why people keep treating him like he's an 18-year-old. He's not. He's 30 with a bunch of kids, and he's making horrible decisions. He don't know how to be a man. And all you Tank fans have done is enabled this shit. So if he gets locked up again, just remember, you did this. I don't want to see this kid locked up, but he might get locked up. I don't want to see someone crash out with him in the street. Yo, man, remember what you said to me on Twitter? He gonna be like, what? Boom! Either he's gonna get beat up or stabbed or worse. Somebody
you remember the content creators that got shot in California?
Huh?
The content creator that got into with the other content creator and he walked up on him and killed him and his wife.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I was in Vegas.
Yo, stop playing with people.
Yo, I was saying that before you pulled up.
Over an argument. Not a threat like this, but over an argument, dog.
Over an argument online, and both of those content creators were fully monetized.
Telling you.
He walked up on her on a Vegas strip. He walked up on homie with a gun
live
and shot him and killed him. I said, what is that? Your ego's that crushed? This dude's walking around talking about putting mitts on something. You don't know who's crazy out here? You don't know that?
Yeah.
Drew, can I say this final thing real fast? It just because both your parents is crackheads, that don't mean nothing, bro. I see my wife is about to get her doctorate degree, bro. With she's a manager of a hospital, and she's a professor at night, an online professor at night for a college. So just because your parents was crackheads and things like that, bro, that don't mean that. You know how many NFL superstars there is, basketball superstars there is, engineers and things like that, and both their parents was on crack. Now you make the decisions that you make on your own. Those are your decisions. When are we gonna stop blaming? Oh, they was on crack. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
you still make your own decisions, because there's people with there's people with 2-parent homes that had good jobs that got in the games and they did, you know what I'm saying, they did effed up things to other people. So that's not an excuse.
But what you saying is true, but we took you when you say it like that, it's saying it to look at Tank as if he's a failure. This dude ain't a failure. He's just
Mhm.
like those athletes you talking about.
Right.
He's just he's failing on his own. His
Yep.
success story is not the failure part. It's what he's doing as a man is what's making it a failure. If you
And it's
look at it,
always
he's just
involving
like
a
the
woman,
LeBron.
man.
He's just like the LeBrons in them. Like he got the crackhead story with the parents. He succeeded though. The
Hmm.
failure part is on his own. Like it's not the story part. It's
Over a
not what his
woman.
parents
Over a
did. It's
woman.
what he's
Over a
doing.
woman.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
it's what he's doing that's making it. I guess the sad part to his success story, but that's his own thing. Like
Now
that's what he's doing.
let me go here. Let me go here. Let me go here for a second. I know Victor's a troll, but I'm gonna entertain you for a second, bro. He says one thing at a time. His resume stands far above all them others, aged like fine wine. You know, y'all know Victor's a troll. He's a troll. Victor, I'd tell you to click the link, but you will never do it. Now, Victor, if you click the link, I would ask you to explain why he never fought all. And I left 4 people off of here on purpose. Tank is the A side in every direction. And you see this picture? I would like a detailed explanation as to why he didn't fight every last person on here, with the exception of Lamont Roach, that he did fight and fought to a draw, and he won't rematch him. He just fought to a draw over this weekend. And Tank is trying to fight the guy that Tank on paper already beat. Why is he not trying to run that fade back with Lamont Roach? No, you are trolling, Vic, because I've never seen you pull up on Champ's side when he puts the link in the chat. I've never seen you pull up here. Today's your day if you like to do it. We can have a conversation. I need a detailed explanation as to why he didn't fight any of these faces. Are you going to do it? Just let me know, because if you're not, I'm going to move on. Because I'm really not trying to do this. This is another intervention show about Tank.
Hmm.
Why is he threatening y'all? And again, see, Victor's my age, y'all. Victor,
Yeah,
would you like to talk about why Tank doesn't like you, but you're still defending him? Would you like to click the link and talk? That's what I want to talk about. He hates you, bruh. He hates you.
You
Tank
fool ass
hates
earth man.
Yeah, where's my button at? God damn it.
You fool ass earth man.
Vic, yeah, but you haven't been on my panel. You haven't been on my panel. There's a link on all 3 of my channels, bro. Would you like to discuss this? You really want to do this with me? Because I'm trying to talk about how y'all are in an abusive relationship. You still like this kid. You know how it says you're really not meant to meet your heroes? This is one of those situations I don't understand. You defending the kid at this point. What is wrong with you? And you're my age, Vic. I'm 50. I know you're my age. I know you're my age. This is a serious discussion. You trying to hijack the conversation, talking about his resume. Tank Davis' resume is trash. Click the link, prove me wrong. Because I'm going to ask you about these 15 faces here. I'm going to ask you why he didn't fight any of these guys. And I left Sandor Martin off of this list. Sandor Martin's not on this list. Lamont Roach is right down there. He could fight him right now coming off of a draw in frustration.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about fighting a guy in Eastside Cruz that he beat already. Why is he doing that? But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about why is he threatening to slap daughters? Why is he threatening to do that? And why is he cussing out his support system like yourself and y'all still defending him? Why are you doing this? Vic, that's my question to you. Why are you doing this? Now I'm questioning you, because a lot of this is about y'all. Vic, why are you defending this guy? Is it that? Big, click the link or something, man. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me, brother. What's going on with you? Why are you defending this dude? Please explain. Why are you defending this guy? Vic, I want to know why you're defending this guy. That's the question. Because as soon as we mentioned resume, you got on your defense. You got on your defense. Look at what you
Yeah, I
said.
don't need Tank to like me.
Look. You said a lot about you believing. I don't believe that, and I don't need Tank like me. Hold on, let me read that again. You said a lot, but you said a lot about you believing. I don't believe that, and I don't need Tank to like me. Just keep beating them boys' asses. Who are them boys?
Good night.
Who are them boys? You just need them to beat those boys. You don't need them to like you. You just need them to keep beating those. Why do you need him to keep beating those boys' asses? You know what I said? I need the best to fight the best. That's what I said I need. You said you need him to beat their asses. I said I need everyone as a collective to fight each other. The best to fight the best. Do y'all hear the fundamental difference? Y'all see that? I need the best to fight the best. He needs Tank to beat their asses. And he can't even do that. I just put up 15 faces. He hasn't done it. So who do you need him to beat, Victor? Please click the link, man. I've been wanting to talk to you because I want to pick your brain if you have one.
He
I
talking
don't
about
need
beating some
Tank to
ass
like me.
verbatim.
It's crazy.
He talking about really beating some ass.
No, this is what I'm saying. Did y'all hear that? He needs Tank to beat their asses. I just said I need the best to fight the best. Why do I support guys like Bud and Errol and Deontay and Devin? Because they want to fight the best.
The fandom is so one-sided with Tank.
There you go.
Ridiculous.
Victor, finally.
Mr. Titan, the Drew. Yes, sir. I'm here, dog. We'll talk
All
about
right.
it. We'll
So
kick
let's
that
talk
can
about
down the road a little bit.
Drew, I'm gonna get off. Y'all can do y'all
Let's
thing.
do it.
Salute,
So let's do it. Detailed description. 15 faces. Go down the line. First of all, I trust you can name everybody on this page, yes?
No,
But you just said that you need him to keep beating these guys' asses.
all of them, like he do.
Okay. So why didn't he beat Teofimo Lopez's ass? Let's just start there.
Okay, now I know when we talking on these panels, we don't like to answer questions with questions. But I beg to differ. Because that's how I get to the point. In some cases, you too. I mean, somebody could ask you a question, you could say, well, why? And then you'll answer the question. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do. I'm going to answer that question with a question.
Can we not filibuster, please? Can we not filibuster? Can we not do that? I'm being very direct. I seen you pan what's your name? Militism back then. I need you to turn your camera on, brother. I just want to make sure you're a real person. Victor.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why didn't he fight?
Okay, now listen. Let me just say one thing. See, filibuster, right? So we talk about Tank being illiterate, right? We refer, or not we, some people, but such as yourself, as a matter of fact, I can go ahead and say that because it's true. He's illiterate. And the reason you say he's illiterate is because he says what he says in minimum words. So now he's illiterate.
That's not true.
Yeah. But but when a nigga can use a long line of words to make his point, because he wants to make sure it's clear and comprehensive.
What does this have to do? Victor, please. What does this have to do with what I asked you?
What did you ask me?
Are you
asked me to name them niggas on that panel, and then you asked me to answer why hasn't Tank fought him? I'm getting ready to explain it.
Could you please explain
It's a real simple answer.
Yes,
it's a real simple answer. Hey, it ain't got nothing to do with what you believe, right?
Okay.
We know that to be the truth. So what I say the answer is simply because he hadn't. Now let me ask you this, since I answered your question. He ain't fought him because he hasn't.
Hold on. You do understand that that's not an answer.
Yeah, that's an answer. That's the fact.
No.
That's the fact.
Let me ask you again. I just picked someone randomly. Why didn't he fight Teofimo Lopez? And your answer
I'm gonna tell you why. Because he hasn't, Drew. That is the answer. He hasn't fought. Well, then now we're starting to talk about speculation and believing. I believe he didn't because of this. I believe he didn't because of that. This ain't religion. These are factual This is factual
Okay,
stuff. He
so it's a
hasn't fought
fact.
a
It's a fact.
Teofimo
It's a
because
fact.
he hasn't.
It's a fact. Okay, that's your answer. So it's a fact that he didn't fight Teofimo Lopez. That's a fact.
Mhm.
And Tank is the A side in every direction.
Yep.
So why didn't he fight Teofimo Lopez when Teofimo was a unified champion at 35?
Simply because he hasn't.
But you said you just want him to
He
beat these boys. What boys do you want to see him beat, brother?
Well, okay. You see all them niggas up on that panel that you got
All
up
the
on it?
niggas.
I'm not
There's
the
not
panel.
only niggas on the panel, by the way. There's not only niggas up here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and I didn't mean panel. What I meant was that picture you got up there.
Okay.
And so, excuse me for using the term endearing term nigga, because
So Tank
sometimes
did
that's a
that.
matter of habit. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So those guys. Now, all those guys, we want to see Tank fight all those guys. There's got to be a reason why we have 5, 10, 15 guys we want to see Tank fight, but we don't have 3 guys we want to see anybody else. Name 3 guys that we want to see anybody else. You name them.
Holy
But we got
shit.
15 guys we want to see Tank fight.
Victor. Brother, how old are you?
75.
I think you're lying. You can't be 75, brother.
75, G.
Are you sure? You ain't got to troll me, brother. Tell me how old you are. I'm 50. How old are you, brother?
Why would a guy 75 years old be trolling when he says 75 years old? That ain't nothing to troll about.
Why would a brother 75? Because you're my senior. You're supposed to be my OG. So if you're 75 and you're talking like this, I have nothing to look up to. That's what I'm saying. That's why I called you a troll. You got to be joking. You got to be joking.
I'm not.
Now,
I'm
you're
not.
dead serious because, brother, you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
You really didn't say anything. You sound like one of these slick talking, fresh out of prison Muslims talking on the corner. You're saying a whole lot of big words. You ain't saying anything. So I'm going to ask you again. Let's move over from Teofimo Lopez. Let's go to Josh Taylor. Why didn't Tank Davis fight Josh Taylor?
That would be speculation.
It's not speculation because I have an answer for you.
Okay, you got an answer. It's your speculative answer.
Okay. So
it's what you believe.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
It's what you believe.
No, because they never fought. Okay. Why is he trying to fight Isaac Cruz again and not fight Lamont Roach?
Well, it could be for a variety of things. One of them could be just money.
Just
Who in the hell is Lamont Roach?
The guy that fought him to a draw. The guy that fought him to a draw.
Right. And then went into another fight and had another draw. Right?
Yeah, but why is he trying to fight him again when Tank beat Isaac already? Why is he trying to fight him again?
Isaac? Why is he trying to fight Isaac?
Yes. Why is he trying to fight him again?
It might be the money. It might be the money.
It might be the money. There's more money.
Listen, Carol.
There's more money in fighting the black fighter, brother. Because y'all tell us to leave Tank alone and let the brother get his
I didn't say there's no money.
Vic, you was also one of the people that told us when we said we didn't want the Roach fight, we didn't want it. Y'all said leave him alone. He's breaking bread with his DMV brother. And we left it alone. And then he fights him to a draw. Now he don't want to rematch him. I thought he's breaking bread with his brother. Now, here's my other question. Why is he trying to fight Isaac Cruz again and at what weight? Vic, did you hear what I asked you while you was laughing? Why is he trying to fight Isaac Cruz again and at what weight is he fighting him at?
Okay, this will be my answer. My answer is because it would be more money. It would be more of a draw. It would set more asses in the seats. Lamont Roach is a drawer. I mean, what do you call it? He gets draws, and that suggests that he doesn't win fights. Let me ask you this, Drew, real quick. Run this by you, should I say?
Victor, wait a minute. Tank didn't beat him.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hey, let me tell you something.
No. Box record.
No, let's talk about it, man.
You know who Tank beat? You know who Tank beat?
Yeah.
Tank beat Isaac Cruz. Tank beat him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when Tank fought Lamont Roach, it was a draw.
Okay.
That's the reality.
Okay. Now my turn, Drew. On that particular fight. Listen carefully. There was a referee in that ring. That referee is, and you know what this word means? Words have meanings. Official, right? And he made an official call on that knee, right? All right. So now you got 3 judges, and 1 judge adhered to an official call, the referee. It ignored the motherfucking knee because I didn't count it. So 1 judge, after ignoring the knee, said, well, in that case, Tank won this fight. And there's a reason for it, and I can explain it, but there's a reason for it. But he said Tank won the fight. The other 2 judges said it was a draw. I got a lot to say about this draw stuff because the purpose of getting in a ring with somebody is to win. And if they got a belt, the purpose of getting in the ring with somebody with a belt is to take their belt. If you don't win, and if you didn't take the belt, guess what you did? You lost your endeavor. You lost your purpose. The purpose is not to get in the ring. Nobody. The purpose is never to draw. So in actuality, you've lost by not accomplishing and achieving your purpose for being in that ring. So that's what Roach did in that fight. He actually lost because he didn't win and he didn't take that belt from Tank. And 1 referee who had enough courage not to be afraid of the controversy that hovered over that fight gave him the win. He won that fight. Now, if you got an eye for boxing and you watch that fight, you would know that Tank won that fight because he beat Roach with more shots, more accuracy, more hits, and all his stuff was aggressive, and it was the punches were had more veracity. Roach did the same thing he did with Pitbull, if I'm not mistaken. He tried to counterpunch Tank. He tried to counterpunch Tank, and that's all he did. He didn't have no aggression, and his punches were meek and meager and weak. So he got beat up worse than he fought back or beat Tank, and he never beat Tank on those principles.
Victor, do you have sons? Victor, do you have sons?
I'm here.
You have sons?
I do. I have a son. Yes, a son.
Okay, is his name Max 7?
No, he's not.
Okay. So you see the screen. This is how you sound.
Hey, but okay.
This is how you sound. Okay, now you said all of that.
Yep.
You never answer my question. I let you ramble for 3 damn minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, I let you ramble for 3 minutes. I asked a very simple question. All right. On BoxRec, on paper, when you see Tank Davis' record, there's 1 draw there, and that's courtesy of Lamont Roach. When you see Isaac Cruz on Tank Davis' resume, there's a dub there. All right. Tank won that fight. There is no reason for him to want to fight a man that he beat already. And I asked you a simple question. At what weight is he fighting Isaac Cruz if he tries to fight him? At what weight? Just give me a weight, please, because I'm making a point here. At what weight?
What weight is Isaac Cruz at?
I'm asking you, brother, because you had a lot to say. I'm asking you.
Isn't Isaac Cruz at 40? 140?
Yes.
All right, then. That's your answer.
I thought 140 was too big for Tank because Tank is a 135 pounder.
He beat the hell out of Mario Barrios at 140, and Mario Barrios wasn't just 140,
Stop. That's the same thing I said. That's the same thing I said. But you was one of the people when Tank said I'm going back down to 35. You was one of the people, because I remember you in the chat very vividly. You was one of the people saying that Tank said 140 was too big. And I said, well, he knocked Barrios into a somersault.
Mm-hmm.
The Tank is too big. Okay. I mean, he said 140 is too big. So now everybody All of Tank's contemporaries have now moved on to 40 and 47. Now, you said you wanted to beat these guys. So apparently weight is no longer an issue, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
well,
okay, stop.
okay.
So why, when he went to 140, he fought Mario Barrios instead of Josh Taylor? Please explain. Yeah, please. Yeah, please explain. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. You're here now.
Okay. I believe that he didn't. I believe my speculation is that he thought Mario Barrios would be more of a draw, and he thought Mario Barrios might even be more of a fight, right? I say to you, this is my speculation and my opinion. I think Josh Taylor was shit. I don't think Josh Taylor was shit.
I gotta stop you, I gotta stop you, Victor.
Go ahead.
Josh Taylor was more accomplished. He was an undisputed champion at 140. What are you talking about?
And you know, there's a lot of those guys around. You know that?
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, if Josh Taylor was a mark, he had more to gain by fighting him.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
What do you mean not necessarily? That's a fact. That's
because
a fact.
Because you have a much larger fan base. The Hispanic fan base is much larger than.
Nonsense.
Yes, it is.
So you're one of those people. You're one of those people that thinks the Hispanic fan base eclipses everybody.
Not everybody necessarily. Not everybody necessarily.
So what happened?
It depends on.
Let me spin the block on you then. So what happened to Tank breaking bread with his brother? What happened to that?
Who?
Tank breaking bread with his brother. Y'all told us to leave him alone. He's breaking bread with
Lamont Roach.
Yeah. What happened?
You talking about the second time around? You giving him another bite at the apple after that nigga shit on Tank like he did?
What do you mean he shit on Tank? He fought him to a draw. If shitting on Tank means fighting him back, I mean, I guess he shit on him, but he fought him to a draw. He don't deserve a rematch. He don't deserve it.
Hey, listen. One more time. I want to go over something. I want to repeat myself. I don't want to be redundant, but let me
keep talking. I gotta get my door.
Okay, now let me just say this. By the way, what I said earlier, that Lamont Roach actually lost that fight based on the principle of his purpose for being in there. Guess what? Tank won that fight on the principle of his purpose of being in there, which was to retain his belt. And he did. So he succeeded. Roach failed. Tank won because he achieved his purpose. And Roach failed, lost, because he didn't achieve his purpose. Now,
Vic.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
No, not in the game of boxing today.
Logic where it fits for him.
Victor. Dear Tank fanatic, that little nigga hates you. And you're in an abusive relationship. And you can't see it. You're like the woman that comes to work every day with swollen eyes, and we tell her, yo, get away from him before he kill you. And you saying, hey, no, he just hit me because he loved me. Victor, for you to be in your 70s, that's why I don't believe your age. I refuse to believe that you're this infatuated over this little yellow nigga to the point where you're talking like this. I refuse.
Well, I can explain it. I can explain it, Drew.
No. I've given you a space and opportunity to explain it, and all I've heard is glorified D-blowing. That's all I've heard. This is ridiculous. Okay, y'all asked us to leave this kid alone when he selected Lamont Roach. We said we didn't want that fight when he had Devin and Shakur and T.O., all of these guys running around. Y'all told us to leave him alone. We did. And what happened? He fights Lamont to a draw. It backfired on him. Now you're sitting here telling me in the world, everyone that's listening to me right now, you're telling us that off of some weird principle, Lamont lost the fight? No, it's a draw.
Nope.
It's a draw. And Tank got to get that leg back, and he's refusing. He tried to go fight Jake Paul. We said, don't do that. First of all, it's dangerous, contrary to what you may believe. That shit is dangerous because that dude could go off script at any time and hurt that kid. That's just what it is. That's number one. Number two, he had unfinished business with the first guy in Lamont that y'all told us to leave you alone about. And he don't even want to do that. Then Shakur's there. He said no. Devin been around from 135 to 140, 147. Devin, too big, and you didn't do anything. I put up a picture of 15 fighters, and I'm asking you why he ain't fighting, and you're blaming everybody else. But
No,
Tank
I
was
didn't.
the A side.
I didn't blame nobody. I didn't blame anybody.
But, yes, you did, because when I asked you why he didn't fight Teofimo, you start talking about speculation. When I asked why he didn't fight Josh Taylor, you start talking about a Mexican fan base. You have an excuse for everybody. How's it a Mexican fan base, but you bringing up a black fighter from 130? Where's the sales in that? And if Tank is the A side, it shouldn't matter who he fights, because it's him. People were there to see Tank, not Mario Barrios. People were there to see Tank. Hold on. People were there to see Tank, not Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia's next fight was against Oscar Duarte, and they had to close off half of the Toyota Center, and it wasn't on pay-per-view. Tank is the draw. So no matter what he does, people pay to see him.
That's right.
So why is he not giving Lamar Roach his rematch? Why?
But okay, well, let's go to right.
Let's get to the chase, Victor, because I'm not trying to do this all morning with you. Victor,
okay.
You're afraid.
All right.
You're afraid. You don't want to see Tank get his ass whooped. And these 15 faces that I put up here all had the potential to whoop his ass. And you're laughing, but Lamar Roach fought your guy in the pocket to a draw. Beat him so bad that he had to take a knee, and he said he had grease in his hair, grease in his eye. And it got so bad that your fan base threatened that girl who was from the Bronx, by the way. Threatened her life. They threatened to whoop her ass because she braided his hair, and the grease that she used got in his eye. She had to post what she put in the ingredients in the gel that she used. It says no alcohol, no grease. In other words, it wasn't grease that made him take a knee. It was the jab from Lamont Roach. Why didn't he fight Keyshawn Davis when he was calling him out? Why didn't he fight George Kambosos? Why didn't he fight Gary Russell Jr.? Why didn't he fight Shakur, Jorge Linares, Vasily Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia, Devin Haney, Subriel Matias? Why didn't he fight these guys? And your answer is all speculative. I don't want to hear your speculation. I need the facts, because the fact is there's 15 faces and plus a few that I left off here. Tank is the A side. He did not smash the gas on anybody. The only person he fought was Lamont Roach, and he fought him to what? A draw. And you're talking about he don't deserve a rematch? You're talking about seat sales and everything? Man, we've been there and done that already with you guys. You guys are disgusting. And you guys are enabling this kid. No, you listen, brother. You listen, brother. You guys are enabling this trash. You're laughing because you're uncomfortable. You're laughing because it's uncomfortable. But you know what? Time reveals all truth, and the lies up is a long way to the truth. And the truth is, Tank's been thoroughly exposed, and all you're doing is helping this kid. But what you are, Victor, I don't know what it is, and I'm not trying to put no coats on you, but this is why we say the attraction, the weird support for Tank is sort of homosexual, brother. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. I want the best to fight the best. All I wanted Tank to do, win or lose, was to fight his contemporaries. And when I say fight your contemporaries, there's guys like you that come in here and says he don't have to do this and he should do this, and you don't support it with any facts. This is crazy work. And you've enabled this kid to the point where he's beating women. And I never asked you about that yet. He's beating on women. He's cussing out his fans. Now let's get to that. Do you support? Do you speculate what's going on with him now with these girls and everything else, or is it a fact? And do you support it? Yes or no?
Okay. So let me backtrack real quick about the boxing aspect of things. Then we'll get to the girls. But about the boxing aspect of things, you have to admit, first of all, Ryan Garcia. You're suggesting that Ryan Garcia didn't bring anybody into that ring. That was all Tank shit. No. Ryan Garcia has a fan base. And if he's getting ready to fight Tank, Ryan Garcia...
Are you on his payroll? Are you on Tank's payroll?
But listen to me, Drew. You know this is reasonable.
Brother, we gotta speed this along. You're not on his payroll. He don't know you. Why do you care about the money he makes? I'm talking about the fights. So let's move past that, man.
But
this is disgusting.
Okay. I know. I understand.
I understand. So now, his problem with putting his hands on women and threatening to beat on people's daughters. Your thoughts?
Okay. Let's go to the one we know because we got video on it. Here's my thoughts, my feelings, my disposition and attitude.
Talk to me as a
I'm
man.
in a large...
About your feelings. Give me the facts. Don't talk to me about your feelings.
I'm giving you the facts.
We're men.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You asking me to give something that only can be my facts. That can't be what happened at the place other than what we saw. That's why I said what we saw. So now what we saw was Tank yanking his girl out of an auditorium and getting her the hell out of there. And what we focused on was him handling her. All right? Now, you're responsible for your wife, and especially if you take her out and insert her into a crowded environment. If something's getting ready to fall,
him put his hands on that girl.
Listen carefully, G.
No.
Listen carefully now. You don't want to listen, see? It ain't cut and dry, nigga.
Him put his hands on that girl.
Listen to me, Drew. I'm explaining it. I'm not gonna answer them cut cold questions.
Yes
it ain't
no, man. Yes or no?
Listen. I'm gonna give you the answer this way.
Man,
If you take your girl into a crowded environment and something,
Man, why are we even listening to this shit, man? This shit is ridiculous, man. Cut that shit out, man. That's pure fucking ignorance, man.
This nigga's 75 years old, and he's on here justifying Tank putting his mitts on a girl. No, let him finish. Go ahead, Victor. Go ahead.
Thank you, Drew. I don't want to get nasty with niggas. I can get nasty with you, nigga.
No. This
anyway,
is nasty. Go ahead. I want to be
all right.
Go ahead.
Your mama definitely
okay.
Go ahead. No. Let him go. Go ahead and justify.
Okay. So when I take my girl to this crowded environment, I'm responsible for her safety, especially if she's my girl. I detect. She might not, but I detect something's getting ready to go off. I say to her, hey, let's go. Something getting ready to kick off. She say, no, I don't want to go. What are you talking about? You're just seeing things. I say, honey, we got to go now because something's getting ready to kick off. No, I'm not. I said, I grab and I pull and I say, I said, let's go. I'm not going to leave you in here. Or I could say, all right, you're on your own. You're on your own. I'll see you later. And then I leave out of there and have everybody consider me a gentleman. I'm a gentleman because I left my woman in a dangerous situation and I didn't force her out of that situation, right?
Victor, what was about to pop off in that gym?
The motherfuckers were running all over the place. I don't know what was going off in that gym. But once motherfuckers start, wait a minute, hold it. Once niggas start stampeding, that's danger in and of itself.
So you're saying that he yanked her out the gym for her safety?
You damn right. He was trying to get her out of that crowded gym because niggas was stampeding and doing something.
My God. It's on record, y'all. Now let's go to the I'm not even going to argue with this guy. This is crazy. This is comical. Don't even argue with him. Talk to me about what happened in Miami. What do you speculate?
What happened in Miami?
You tell me.
So far, nothing.
Right now.
So far, nothing.
A bottle girl, said she was assaulted. It's on video.
He said, she said.
So he didn't do anything?
I'm saying no. That's where I lean.
So he didn't do anything?
That's where I lean. I say no. I'm speaking it into existence.
You're speaking into existence, but what's the evidence say?
What does the evidence say?
Can you read?
I tell you what, you call that evidence? That nigga still running free? That nigga still running free? He ain't that nigga still running free. He ain't been arrested. Yeah, right. He ain't even been charged. Free. And you call that evidence?
Right. He's running free. And while he's online, he's saying this. Can you see the screen? Uh-oh.
That's sarcasm and cynicism. That's sarcasm and cynicism. That's sarcasm and cynicism.
Read it out loud.
That's sarcasm and cynicism.
Read it out loud for me.
That's sarcasm and cynicism.
Read it out loud for me. Can you read it? Can you read
I can read it.
Can you read it out loud for me, brother?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll read it for you.
Please.
Focus on your daughter so she don't be the next victim. Okay, sarcasm and cynicism.
Next victim. The next victim, meaning he did it before.
Yeah, he's
Now,
just playing along with you. He's just playing along with all you.
How do you think that will? How do you think this tweet is going to hold up in a court of law?
They can look at it as just being smart alecky and cynical.
But this is Tank that has a prior. He has priors. You think that's going to help him or harm him?
Well, a judge might slap his wrist and say, that's not. He said, "I'm just being smart alecky and cynical to everybody who thinks I'm guilty."
Give him the benefit of the doubt, Victor? You think a judge?
Yeah.
No,
yes,
wait, hold
sir.
on. You think a judge is going to give him the benefit of doubt? His young black ass, the benefit of doubt. You think this helps him or harms him?
For a tweet?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the judge will go right down the middle on that motherfucker. That judge better make the right decision about a motherfucking tweet.
Are you threatening the judge? What do you mean better? What do you mean he better make the right decision?
Yeah, you're damn right.
What do you mean?
The judge has got to work within his guidelines too, nigga. He can't put no motherfucking buddy in jail behind a motherfucking tweet, a cynical tweet. Give me a break.
How do you know? Because he's done it before. He's put his hands on women before. Tank has a
that
track
tweet
record
doesn't say he put his hands on women.
Tank now has a track record of putting his hands on women, dude.
That tweet doesn't say that he put his hands on somebody.
So what is a victim? What do you say next victim? What do you think he meant by that?
Who knows? I don't know what the motherfucker meant by that.
You don't know what the motherfucker meant by that, but you're defending it?
I defended him yanking his girl out of that auditorium. That's what I defended.
Victor, you're talking to a brother that's been in the court system. I've never been called defendant, but I know a lot about something called excellence in testimony. You need to recognize who you're talking to, brother.
Okay, that's fine, Drew. And you know damn well that a judge has to work within his guidelines and has to be very careful.
Yeah, I know damn well Tank better not have a female judge looking at him with a bowl cut. I know that.
Yeah.
I know Tank is young and rich, and he is a serious bullseye. And they're finna fuck him up.
Okay, you're right about
does not help him. Now, here's what I also want you to understand, Victor. I don't want to see this kid in jail. I keep calling him a kid because he act like one. He's 30. I don't want to see this little black nigga in jail over something he had control over. I don't want to see him in prison over something he had control over. What you're doing at 70 years old is you're enabling this kid because you have an infatuation with him, which is very, very weird to me. It's very weird. I'm being serious. You've seen this dude manhandle a woman. There was nothing going on in that video. There was no stampedes. All that salt and pepper you put on that was not happening. He got into it with that girl and physically yanked her out the gym.
Yep.
Okay? That's what happened. And you just created a story to justify him putting his mitts on the woman. Okay? This latest thing with this girl, he blew a $40 million payday because the man can't keep his hands to himself. He's so emotionally distraught that he wants to throw hands with a girl when she doesn't do what he tells her to do. That's an abusive man, brother. Now, if that's how you operate, it makes sense. Do you beat women? That's a very question. It's a simple question. Do you beat women?
No.
Yes or no? Okay. So why are you on here justifying this young dude doing that, who now has a track record, who put out a legitimate threat on Twitter just 2 days ago? How are you justifying it?
It was a cynical, sarcastic comment and remark.
Sarcastic when you have a record for doing it. You can't even play like that. You can't play like that. You cannot. You can't say, "Oh, he was just playing." You can't do that. You can't be a former gang member. You can't be a known former gang member. And there's some blood and Crip shit going on online, and then if you cripping and you get on there and you say some dumb shit, and then your PO says, "Hey man, you said this on Twitter." "Oh, I was just fucking around. I was just being cynical." No, man, you have a record of doing this shit.
That's right. You're right.
How are you defending? How are you? I want you to read this. The Queens in the ring, they're in there. I used to think Vic was just being funny, but I don't know anymore now. This is crazy work, and it's not funny. You follow these two sisters? They're listening to you, Vic. How are you defending Tank, brother? How?
I'm defending.
Queens. These are our queens, man. What are you doing, man?
Okay, well, let's get some. Okay, let's get some clarity. I am not defending Tank on the allegations that exist. They're allegations. It is not evidence because it hasn't produced any arrest or any jailing. So it's not yet evidence. That's one. Two, I said, and I'll say it again. If I'm in a place that is crowded and something is going on and something is unwinding, I'm going to grab my girl and I'm going to say, if you don't.
To the story, that's not what happened when he yanked her out the damn basketball game. You adding to that. That's not what happened. They had a disagreement. He yanked her out. Nothing happened. There was no stampede. There was no shootings. Nothing. He was just mad at her, which gives this latest thing valid. It makes it more valid.
Okay.
Why are you defending that? Why are you defending this dude? See, this is the problem I have with you Tank fanatics. You're defending this dude.
I'm not. What I'm saying, I'll say what I said. If you, I'm not going to leave you in here. I could walk away and leave you in here, but I'm not going to leave you in here. So let's go.
Your allegations. You are suspecting that that's not what happened.
Well, it was crowded.
They left. Was there a shootout when they left? No. Was there a riot? No.
It doesn't even have to be that. I already said it could just be niggas running all over the place because somebody thinks something good.
You just said it don't even have to be that. So
I said
you beat women because that was abuse.
I said that it don't have to be shooting. Niggas could have been running all over the place because somebody or more than one person might have thought something was getting ready to go off.
Deal with the facts. You're a grown ass man. Deal with the facts. The fact is, nothing like that happened.
It looked crowded and stamped.
They had a disagreement, and he yanked her out the damn building physically. Nothing happened. There was no shooting. Nothing was popping off. And
you know what? Hey, Drew.
The only thing that said was correct. If he said, "Yo, I'm ready to go," if she says, "No, I want to stay," he should have left her ass. He's the bag.
Yep.
He got to look out for himself. Don't nobody care about her. Leave.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is that his wife? Hold on. Is that his wife? Is that his wife? I don't make it any better, but that's not his wife.
Well, it was his girl, wasn't it?
It was his girl. Wasn't it? It's his girl. It's his girl. Not
Shivery, Nick. Shivery, Joe. Shivery. Shivery. I took you out.
Yanking her by her neck and yanking her out of a gym.
I took you out and I put you in. I took you out. I took you out. I put you in the middle of this motherfucking crowd. This crowd seems to be going haywire. I'm taking you out of here for your safety. You with me. I'm responsible for your safety.
Wasn't in danger. Her life wasn't in danger. The danger was this boxer putting his hands on her. That was the fucking danger.
Okay. All right.
That was the danger.
Have it your way.
Victor, did anything happen in there when they left?
It looked stampede, man. Them niggas was running all over the place.
Dude, your IQ can't be this low.
He wasn't
man. Come on, man. This dude, he really fucking the show up with this ignorance,
Drew,
man.
I'll land right here, Drew. He wasn't at that door, entrance or exit, whatever it was. Hey, Drew.
A while ago, bro. But I want you to understand something.
Hey, Drew. Let me just say this last thing, Drew.
There's women.
All right.
There's women that watch my show right here. The Queens of the Ring was just in here. They're having second and third.
I know who they are. I'm familiar with them.
Okay,
I'm familiar with them.
You know you just fucked up, right? They looking at you strange.
That's all right. That's all right.
No, it's not okay. Because I need people to understand these are the Tank fanatics. This is not me. This is not me. Here's the reality. I never want what was worst for Tank. All I want for all of these brothers is to fight the best. That's all I want. And when I got on here and said, you know what sucks? It sucks that Teofimo Lopez has a better resume than Tank Davis. It sucks. Teofimo went to 140 and schooled Josh Taylor. And I said, why couldn't Tank do that? That's all I asked. I said, man, Teofimo also beat Lomachenko. Why couldn't Tank do that? Because I asked. That's all. How the fuck did Tank become WBA champion? They gave him the belt. Is there not an email? I said, man, it's looking bad out here for Tank. All I want him to do is do what everyone thinks he could do. And he's not doing it. And when the people say, hey, come on, Tank, we fuck with you, he's telling you, fuck y'all. This is the guy that y'all defend? This is crazy. It's an infatuation. It's sick. It's disgusting. And thank you, Victor, for telling me exactly who you are. Cortez, go ahead, brother. This is
Hey man,
amazing.
yeah, this gotta be Seven Mag dad or something, man. You know, this gets ridiculous as hell because he keeps finding reasons for defense. Dude, you should have been a public defender or something if you wanted to keep on trying to go
He
and
get fired.
represent guilty people. I don't
Fired.
get that part. And then this is the thing that you don't fail to realize. Drew, if I'm wrong, please correct me. During the time that the fight was brokered for him to fight Barrios, they wiped Prograde off of the card and interjected Tank instead. And I believe it was a vacant belt. If I'm wrong, please correct me. So you was going to go fight for a vacant counterfeit belt when the real man at 140 was undisputed at the time, and all you had to do was push him a contract. That man got a whole country of Ireland behind him. They would have came out in droves. The money was there to be made. So stop making that excuse, Victor. Every time you make that excuse, everybody with any kind of common sense is looking at you like you dumb. If you've been on the earth 75 years, you've had instances where you've watched somebody run their mouth in ignorance. Now you're that person running your mouth in ignorance right now. And we are the people that are speculating, and we looking at you sitting up, making up this. It's like you making up these circumstances and situations that have nothing to do with what we're talking about. Again, if you take all of those people that Drew has put up and you versus all the people that Tank has fought, and you line up the dates and the opportunities when these people could have possibly fought versus the person that he did fight, that side of people that he didn't fight would sweep the side of the people that he did fight. Now, if you Tank a Maniacs had he beat everybody that was on this list, then we'd understand exactly where you coming from. Because he would be the world beater that everybody thinks that he is, but he has not done anything. You don't understand that there is a certain thing called matchmaking, and his team has properly match made him, and it's a gimmick. It's a scheme. Y'all up under the Wizard of Oz spell. You know what I'm saying? This is all fugazi. And the thing is, we keep on trying to tell y'all, like, okay, y'all believe it's a vampire, but we keep on telling y'all that's a vampire, right? And we keep telling y'all, come on out into the sunlight. And we trying to tell y'all, hey man, the reason why he ain't came into the sunlight, man, this man a vampire. And y'all, we sit up here showing you all the evidence. He don't show up in the mirror. He won't come out at light. And y'all keep on still believing that he something other than what we keep on telling y'all that he is. So it's like, man, the people that operate on this Tank thing, it's like y'all have a low volume of an intellect, or y'all, or delusional, or like Drew said, it's some type of a sexual urgency or desire or something to be compelled to keep on defending somebody like that. I ain't never seen nobody defend nobody in the manner that y'all defend him, unless there's some type of relations or something that's going on. And he told y'all for example, y'all in an abusive relationship with somebody that hates y'all. This dude is crazy. And then you know what? It takes somebody crazy to sit there and be like that. You say, well, he was saving her out of a situation. You know what? You're right, Victor. You're right. If you have a woman and she's in a situation and there is an imminent danger that she is not aware of, then I agree with you. You got to get yours. It's your responsibility to get yours up out of there and explain it to her later. But then that's not the case. He went in there because she wasn't answering her phone, and he thought that she was in there doing God knows what in a gentleman's club. She's in a gentleman's club. She's gonna do what God knows what. How do you think he found her doing God knows what? So the reason he came to come and get her, it was a whole different reason. I understand saving somebody from a situation, but there was no situation that was occurring for you to sit there and put that on there like that.
Let me jump in here real quick. And I know I see my sister Diana in the chat. I see Copper in the chat. Some of y'all are familiar with the Bible. What's the story where the brother was leaving the city with his woman, and he said, and God said, don't turn back
around.
That bitch turned around, and what happened with her?
She turned into salt.
And he was like, well, got to go. Victor, that's how you're supposed to treat that. You supposed to treat that. Hey, babe, something about to pop off. We gotta go. I'm worth at least $5 million. They're gonna trample me and take my chain and everything else. We gotta go. Ow, the game ain't over. Babe, we gotta go. The game ain't over. Bitch, you stay here. Because I gotta protect my well-being. Don't look back. If she wanna stay there and be in the middle of trouble, yo, listen, you're her boyfriend, not her husband. Even if that's your wife can get you killed. Your lady can get you killed. Look, we leaving. There's some shit about to pop off. If she don't want to listen to you, you don't own her. You leave her ass right there. Because he didn't stop and turn around with her. He didn't drag her with her. He said, God told us to leave. Leave. I see it coming. Leave. Because, men follow God, right? Men follow God. The women's supposed to follow us. We follow God. They follow us. And when she stepped out of line and not follow man because man was following God, she turned to salt. So what he did was assault. That was his ego dragging her out of a goddamn gym, and all he did was look stupid. So now let's play this game, Victor. You can come off from mute. Let's play the game. I want you I'm gonna tell you the names, and you pick who you got in the fight. Just say the name or Tank. Let's do this.
All right. Oh, hey, wait. Hold on, Drew. Just let me touch on.
No. What I said was not to be responded to. We're gonna play this game. Okay.
Not what you said, what the brother said.
Jorge Linares versus
Okay,
Tank.
what do you ask? You asked me to make a prediction?
Yes, Jorge Linares versus Tank. Just give me the name.
Tank.
Linares versus Tank.
Tank.
Linares versus Loma.
Tank. Easily.
Just say the name. Nothing else extra. Linares versus Mikey Garcia. I'm sorry. Tank versus Mikey Garcia.
Tank.
Tank versus Devin Haney.
Tank.
Tank versus Subadel Matias.
Tank. Easy.
Tank versus Shakur.
That'll be a good fight, but Tank in the end.
Tank versus Gary Russell Jr.
Oh, shit. Tank.
Tank versus Teofimo Lopez.
Tank.
Tank versus Josh Taylor.
Tank.
Tank versus Rougarou.
Come on, man. Tank.
Tank versus George Kambosos.
Tank. Oh, man.
Tank
right.
versus Keyshawn. Tank versus Keyshawn Davis.
That'll be a good fight. Tank in the end.
Tank versus Ray Mutala.
Tank.
Tank versus Abdullah Mason.
Oh, Tank. Come on, man.
Tank.
Why didn't he fight him?
Well, hold on. Tank versus Lamont Roach.
Tank.
What's the problem with this game we just played?
You asking me?
Yeah. What's the problem with this game we just played?
If I'm reading it through your eyes, he didn't fight him. Is that the problem? That he didn't fight him?
But he did fight Lamont Roach. What happened?
He won that fight.
That's not what the box rec said.
Fuck the paperwork.
Oh, fuck the paperwork?
Fuck the paperwork.
That's what we doing? That's
what we doing. That's what we doing.
So I think Eastside Cruz really beat Tank.
Okay. Hey, look. Let me just say this real quick. To think that Tank's resume is fugazi, and that's knucklehead shit.
Right.
And then let me just say this. Let me just say this. Hey, let me just say this, bro. The brother said, "Oh, you should have been an attorney." Everybody deserves their day in court. Isn't that the theory?
No. Because
ain't that the theory?
Paperwork.
You said you've been around the court system.
No, you say fuck resume, right? So you say
I
you
did
really
say
beat
that.
Lamont Roach. Well, no, everybody don't deserve their day in court. Some niggas just need to go to jail.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah,
ain't nothing I can do with that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing I can do with that.
No, come on, man. You feel it's your job to physically yank a chick out of an establishment. Come on, bitch, we going. I don't sound like you need to go to court, brother. That sounds like you need to get punched in your jaw.
Yeah.
Twofold. If that's my daughter, first thing I'm asking her is like, I raised you better than to be around dumb niggas like this.
If that was your daughter and she got in trouble and she was left in there by her boyfriend, you'd go to that boyfriend and say, nigga, why didn't you get my daughter the fuck up out of there?
Because you know what? My daughter knows better than to date a nigga like Tank. Bingo.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just asked you if you had a son. You do. So
yes.
you tell your son to physically put hands on a woman, nigga. What's wrong with you?
No, I ain't said nothing like that.
Yes, you did.
I ain't said nothing like that.
Yes,
I said there are.
You said that was his woman, right? That was his woman, right? So he had the right to do it, right? That's what you said.
He should have did it if he wanted to save her from harm.
Nigga, that's what I just said you said. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay, Drew.
Do you smoke weed? I'm being serious. Are you on drugs?
Listen, man, I'm 70.
Do you take drugs?
Listen, I'm 75 years old and I ain't seen a drug in the whole 75 years I've been here,
so
nigga.
What is your infatuation with this boy?
All right, I can explain it. I like Tank's fight capacity, his fight ability, and the fact that what he brings to a fight is polished, prolific, proficient, winning, effective skills. It's the art form of boxing.
About that, Shakur don't know about that because he never fought him. Gary Russell don't know about that because he never fought him. Lomachenko don't know nothing about that because he never fought him. Josh Taylor don't know. Matias don't know. Devin knows, which is why he avoided him. Should I keep going?
If you must.
Legitimately called him light skinned, taunted him, say, yo, let's get this on and popping. I had a live stream. I said, Battle of the Davises, they can only be one. And Tank has done everything but fight those people. But he did fight a bitch at a strip club.
Thus far, time will tell. Give it time.
Wait a minute, Vic. He's supposed to be retiring at the end of 2025.
Oh, no. Come on, Tank ain't retiring.
Remember that?
Tank ain't retiring. Tank ain't retiring.
How do you know? Wait. How do you know? Because that's what he said. How do you know? Is he a liar?
Well, didn't you just put a post up that said you'll be the next victim? Now, he ain't going to do that.
Wait. He was talking about a little girl.
But he
was
said
talking about a pro fighter. He was talking about a woman. Again.
Yeah, I know.
You see? He wasn't talking about a fighter. He was talking about a woman. Victim.
I know it.
What is wrong with you?
And he ain't going to do that. And I'm saying he said it, but he ain't going to do it.
He's not retiring because he threatened a woman?
Nigga, please, man. I said, give it time. He's gonna fight them boys. Give it time, and he ain't. And just because, hey, he said
faces here that he had. The only face he fought on here was Lamar Roach, and now it's to a draw. And you supposed to expect me to believe he's beating Teofimo Lopez?
Yes, sir. I expect you to believe it. I expect you to believe it.
Why didn't he do it?
I expect you to believe it because
Why didn't he do it? Why didn't he do it? Teofimo checks all the boxes. He's Latino, right? He sells seats, right? So why didn't he do it? Why didn't he do it?
Get in time. In time.
He was unified. Why
in time.
In time.
In time, man.
How long am I supposed to wait?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Them boys are still there. They ain't going nowhere.
Hold on.
They all want a chance to get in that ring with Tank.
What weight Teofimo's fighting at right now?
Well, I think isn't Teofimo at 147?
You think or you know? Give me some facts.
I believe.
You believe or do you know?
I'm not absolutely sure.
Why are you talking to me, man? Why are you making up? You speculating what happened at a basketball game? You don't know what weight these guys are fighting at. What are you doing, man? And you're 70 years old. These are the Tank fans, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad you clicked this link.
I am too.
You've just proven my point. This is amazing work.
It was nice to spend time with you and your crew. I am too. And so, yes, and on it, Tank will beat Teofimo no matter.
I think I'm done with this guy, man. Wow. Well, y'all heard it.
Thank you.
Y'all heard it. Man, listen.
Hit him with the Godfather, because you can't make this shit up, Drew.
This is yeah. Godfather.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
So whether you're 15 years old all the way up to the age of 75, this guy was 20 plus years old in 1975, brother. I was just born. And this is how he views Tank Davis. Anything that I said this morning was not unreasonable. This was real. I don't want Tank going to jail. I'm just trying to figure out why he behaves the way he behaves, and where was his guidance? That's all I wanted to know. And this is what Vic said he was, a 70-year-old man who's still backstage right now, by the way, with Tank Davis as his avatar, which is suspect within itself. He sat here and defended him yanking that girl out the basketball game, and he's defending this bullshit that he's going through right now at a strip club when they revealed text and everything else. They didn't say that chick was lying. This is what we deal with, y'all. And here's the funny part. Tank Davis hates all of you. He hates all of you. So now is it more clear? I didn't know Vic was that old. I thought he was my age. Does this make more sense now? There's no fixing this. You know how they say, I know y'all heard, you can't fix stupid. This is it. Age doesn't make you wise. Age does not make you wise at all. This is ridiculous. He legitimately, I want you guys to understand this, he dead ass justified Tank putting mitts on that girl, and he's defending the charges on him right now when he has a track record. Now, I don't want this dude to go to prison for what? But you know what? He might have to go sit his ass down because the police might not be his worry. He'll fuck around, put his hands on the wrong girl, and she might roll with the wrong people in the wrong neighborhood, or might have one of those relatives that love spending time in prison. When they see Tank, they're going to bang on him. I don't want that. But with grown adolescent men like Victor around, they enable this kid, and this is how he gets himself in trouble. A grown-ass man with monkey tattoos on his body, representing a gang that he's never been in. This is why this kid does what he does. I said, this kid said he's retiring at 2025. He said, well, not according to the tweet. Well, in the tweet, he threatened a man's daughter and referred to her as the next victim. You can't even play like that. And he's talking about he hopes a judge sees that and him being sarcastic. What? If he gets a judge that looks at this track record, he might, just off a general principle, where this is supposed to be a smack on the wrist, they might just say, nah, go sit your ass down for 24 months, man. Because you can't stay out of trouble. That's what they did to Mike. Mike wasn't guilty, but they said, you know what? Nah, you sitting your ass down. And these are the elders, y'all. These are some of our elders, man. Yo, Cortez, man, I got to get out of here, man. Let them know how they can find you, brother.
Find me on Facebook at Cortez Bowles, plain and simple. Let me go ahead on and clear that up. I had to get a female out of a situation like that, and she thanked me after she seen the chaos that went down after that. You know what I'm saying? So no, I won't do it because I think on the same pattern that man think. I only agreed with that because I love hard, and I wouldn't have been able to feel right if something would have happened to her, and I got the capacity to do anything, and something would have happened to her. So yeah, I'd rather deal with her looking at what my real character is, and knowing, okay, yeah, you did that because you was keeping me safe, as opposed to just wanting you to be up out of there and in a malicious manner. So I just wanted to make sure I cleared that up with everybody and everything and stuff, you know what I'm saying? In case that may have got frowned upon, I just want to make sure I clear that up because I love hard, and I wouldn't want nothing that I love to be left behind. So that's all.
I feel you, and let me be clear on that. I've been in situations where I check the atmosphere, like parties, of course, and it's like, you know what? I see something bubbling, and it's like, yo, shorty, we gotta bounce. I ain't gonna tell her but 2 times. Yo, something happening over there. We gotta leave. Oh, I just got here. My drink. Yo, listen, something happening over there. Trust me, we gotta leave. If she don't leave after that second time, I'm like, all right, call me when you get home. I'm leaving. There's something going on. I'm leaving. If she can't follow my leadership, I'm not taking no bullets for her. I'm not getting fucked off because of her. I'm not gonna stay around, and I'm not gonna put hands on her and grab her and yank her out. No, that was his girl, not his wife. And even if that was his wife, you don't ever let a woman put you in a position where you're gonna put your life at risk. Fuck that. This grown-ass man just stood here and defended everything this kid did, from his career and everything he's done outside the ring. 70 years old. Mansa Musa, let them know how they can find you, good brother. I think you're on mute, brother. Lewis, I see you backstage, brother. I'm about to end the show, though. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Mansa.
it's all good. Yeah, mother keep calling me, man. People keep calling me every time I'm online, but it's all good. But man, banging show, definitely a crazy one, but a great show, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, log in, sub to me.
Y'all saw that?
Yeah, that Mexican or whatever popped up, that Latino. What was that?
Some dude clicked the link and he's finger popping himself right now backstage. So
Damn.
Now I'm sending it to Google.
Nasty bastard.
Yup. It's all right. Yeah, Victor, these are the people you enable. His name is Puswent. Yeah, I already saw you, dude. It's too late. You check your email. We gonna get you. Yeah, he backstage. Look at homosexuals. Look at homosexuals. What you mad, Miguel? You mad, Miguel? That you got? Yup. So anyway, salute to you, Mansa Musa. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. The general's on. Let's head over there and pray to Jesus. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.